recap. When we last left our heroes, you had let's see here. You were in the Feywild. You were at the Castle Dusk. The Duchess of Dusk was so kind as to remove the feeble mind from Dirk. Does Dirk still go by Dirk, or do you want a female name?
I think that Dirk hasn't really thought about changing anything, right?
So,
Dirk was kind of
Dirk is just
asexual
Dirk.
anyway, so they are just going to be Dirk and probably dress the same and act the same, and not much
Okay.
is going to change. I don't think.
All right. So, for favors rendered of bringing the Jabberwocky back under control,
I
and
thought it was the Jub bird.
the Jubja bird back under control, the Jabberwocky.
We
You
wrote
bargained
checks
with the
to the
Jabberwocky for
Jabberwocky.
various different weird things. At this point, the you are now have been returned to the mortal realm essentially through Gwendolyn's portal, and you are sitting in that sort of giant cistern that appears to be. There's a pool that appears to be full of stars as her sort of liquidy star form appears upon you. It's like, well, you've returned back from the Feywild in one piece and in good time. So it has not been some hundreds of years, as some mortals often find when they go to the Feywild. So
How long has it been?
you have not failed your to meet up essentially with any fated appointments you have. The door that basically feeble-minded you is still there. She points to the door.
Is it
with
recharged?
With the symbol with the dunce hat, the glowing symbol with the dunce hat on it. Like, and what? Pray tell, what are your next plans?
Um, I think we are interested in tracking down the rest of the Davenports. I think we wanted to make sure that the boys got back home okay.
I
Mm-hmm.
think you've already done that. As far
Oh,
as returning the boys to
I
their
think the
parents.
paladin took them
The
off, but
paladins, as my spies on the surface tell me, as my eyes on the surface tell me that the paladins already taken the boys back to London.
okay. I was thinking that mom might be willing to give us some information, or that it might be nice to check in and make sure they're okay and see if they want to give us anything. Um, we have some things that we were given to do when we were in Tirananog, and we might want to check that out. I think we need to keep track of what's going on with the Yellow King because two of our members are under an onus, right?
Yes.
And what else, guys? Did I miss anything?
I still got my curse mark,
Mm,
which as much as I hate to lose the free will, I think I'm gonna have to go sign up with the huntsman sooner or later. It just fate's pointing me in that direction anyway.
It's that, or you need to be released from the curse by one of the royal family of Tirnanog.
Mm.
Supposedly, they exist. The twin prince and princess still exist in London somewhere.
That's the other thing I was thinking is trying to track down the royal family. I think we had a couple of things we had to help, right?
Mhm.
One of them was the curse. Um,
I'm thinking. I don't know much about the huntsman myself, but maybe there's a way he can be reasoned with, possibly with higher powers that used to exist in the Feywild. Maybe more than just mindless beast that he can command.
Well, let's put it this way: the Wild Hunt, as far as the Fae among you know, is like always has purpose. It's not mindless by any means, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like to be caught up in the Wild Hunt is to lose yourself essentially to the pleasures of the hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I know the other thing. There's that wizard in the tower that had something to do with that entity that got released that's causing all the weird things to go on in
Yes.
London. I think that's going to need
Yes.
to get run down too.
Right. It's beginning to assume it do you just guys head out at this point, or do you explore Edward Davenport and what was the other two guys? Edward and Edward Davenport's, and who's the other Davenport basically here?
The elder one.
Bernard Davenport. So Edward and Bernard Davenport's sanctums, which are there's clearly two doors that sort of you haven't explored yet. One of the but one of them basically literally robbed one of your members of their mind as soon as they set off the trap. So that one still glows vaguely with a glowing magic sigil that sort of looks like an idiot with a dumped scab.
Great. Did the paladins find anything? Because they went one way when we went the other.
No, the paladins essentially were clearing other parts of the grounds at this point.
Okay.
You get a sending missive about this period of time from the head paladin. It's like, the Mistress of Battle goes, we've come to a dead end. There's a sealed door that we cannot get past at this point. But it is my guess, essentially, they have a large number, our divine sense indicates there's a large number of undead that were otherwise hidden from us beyond it. As soon as it gets dark around here, their host will come out to feed. We must get out of here soon.
Okay.
We're obviously gonna come back here, but I feel like a retreat to recoup and maybe what's that I'm looking for? Hunt down some other leads for the time being might be in our best interest, maybe.
I don't think we need to be here without the paladins and
That too.
unknown number of things that are going to come out. But yeah, we could come back another time.
So
Agreed.
the head paladin indicates you have maybe an hour and a half before dusk at this point, but you should at least save 30 minutes for us to get out of here. Because the battle mistress's opinion is like, once it becomes dark, the tables will turn on us. Essentially, they will have the advantage, and we were not able to rid this place of all the vampires in torpor during the day, as far as I can tell. According to our divine sense, there are hundreds of them still hiding out in that lair door we can't get past.
And some of them can fly, right? So it isn't like we need to just be off the grounds at dusk. I think we need to be a little ways away.
We need to be on the other side of the planet where it's light.
It's the head paladin notes essentially simple things like being beyond the river or yonder. Essentially, the Thames will be enough.
Oh yeah, they don't like running water.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan. What does the mistress think needs to happen next?
You're asking Gwendolyn?
I thought we were messaging with the sending spell with the battle mistress. So if she's in
The battle mistress
now,
receives your... Okay, well, what is your response to the battle mistress? You have 25 words to give her your response. He has informed you that there is a large host of undead beyond a barrier we cannot breach, and you have an hour and a half. You have an hour before we must flee this place, before the host behind it ravages the land.
So guys, do you think we need to leave with the paladins?
Yes.
I think we should stay here and get eaten by all those undead. Yes, I think we should leave.
Well, we could see if he can manage to
I
not
would be down
TPK
for
us.
getting eaten. I think me and Al.
As we start our new campaign, is everybody again here now?
Okay.
Nah,
so,
me and Al could definitely handle this horde.
yeah, let's message her back that yes, we will leave with you. What is next step?
You receive a message back. Rendezvous with us at the forward camp, and we will leave immediately upon your arrival.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting hungry anyway. I want to get back in time for dinner.
All right. You rush back through the Eldritch Library, back through the secret tunnels, and meet up with the paladins at their forward base. They're already packing up and leaving as you arrive. The Mistress of Battle. Good timing. essentially any later, and we would have to leave you behind. Come ride with me and talk. So, see that mortuary up on a hill. She points at a sort of a low, like a single-story structure, away from the mansion, maybe on another hill. We sent some scouts over there, and after they use their divine sense to determine such that there are dozens of undead underneath that hill. There's no obvious way in other than digging in at this point. There's a huge piece of stone capping the entrance. Our clerics tried to stone shape their way through, and that did not work. So we have to assume it's several feet thick. So God, the one God's good grace essentially will not protect us here once it gets dark. So good that you have received my message and that we are heading out now. The whole wagon train basically rides off for the Thames at this point to get over the river. The battle mistress looks over at a lot of you. So, what exactly did you find in the lower crypts? Were you able to defeat another one of the Davenports, perhaps?
No, but we found a friend, and I'll point to Burnhart.
I see.
We
So
They
where
got,
did your hate to be mistrusting, but where did your friend come from?
The Feywild, not Tiernanog specifically, but the greater Feywild. He's actually quite friendly.
Place no trust in the Fey, but if you're battling the vampires, essentially all allies are welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's done good by us so far, so I have seen no reason to mistrust him yet.
we found a library with a lot of magical tomes in it that could probably use some cataloging. I think some of that needs to be destroyed. Some of it may be useful. We found a like a vault, and we opened it up, and it opened into the universe. The whole thing just opened up, and we almost got sucked in, and that's pretty interesting too. There were teleportation circles, and we ended up at Tirnanog once, and in the Feywild again. Um, we had already killed Kevin back in London, but we found like his quarters and a familiar fairy that was in his care. What else did we find down there, guys?
That about sums it up. We found like several different portals. We went on like a whole other mini adventure. I'm surprised we're even still like on time with you guys, because I know time gets a little messed up going back and forth.
I got a bottle of wine.
Wait, was that Feywine?
No, this was from the cellar that we passed before the tunnels.
In this dimension, no.
Yes.
Okay,
It is from
okay.
this dimension.
Now we gave the dragon book to Gwendolyn, correct?
Yes.
But we still have the book about Tirnanog that had the page that opened up and sucked us in there. Did we have any other books that we had taken out of the library? I thought that Dirk had thrown some in his bag.
Yes. So you have 3 other magical tomes. So
Are any of them? What do they do?
Well, I
What
thought
are they?
maybe we
What's
should
the
ask
title?
the battle mistress.
let's put it this way: given like just opening one of them sent you to another plane of existence, so it's like the decision was let us not mess with the basically highly magical tomes because bad things happen when we open these things up.
Yeah, I wanted to ask the battle mistress if she had any recommendations for how to check them out.
Dirk, don't you have identify?
Yeah, isn't that like I don't necessarily want to use that all the time, considering what's been happening when I use Identify. And
That's a fair
did
point.
you guys were telling me a lot of tales about what happens when I drool, and I wasn't like that thrilled. So while
To be
we've got
fair,
the
that
battle
was a doll,
mistress,
not a book.
while we've got the battle mistress here, maybe we can ask her about him, or who, back at the college would be good to ask about them.
Well, you could simply take them to the St. Mary's College of Magic. I'd suggest it, in fact. The church would, as the church, we certainly can keep cursed artifacts in containment, if that's what you wish. But they are your spoils from this conquest, so therefore it's for you to decide.
Okay, I don't know that any of these are cursed, so we will check them out at St. Mary's. And
They
if
might
those are
be. We
cursed,
don't know.
Yeah.
Only one way to find out.
No, there's more than one way. You be quiet.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying.
Werewolves can't lie. It's like how vampires can't be seen in the mirror.
I still think.
So, should we ask her about Zumlar's armor, or
Thought we already did that.
Well, that's Zumlar. I don't assume Zumlar's wearing it at the moment. Otherwise,
he's
the
gonna
Bound
do it.
Mistress herself is going to comment that you shouldn't show that anywhere in London.
Okay.
I thought I already came out with the armor and she saw it.
No, we had a glamour on it.
Because otherwise, all of the paladins would try to kill you.
Yeah.
True.
So we were going to try and find a way to sort of disguise it, so it would
Okay,
be.
so right now the armors and some of the weapons you have from Tirnanog are in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Even the blade?
Even the blade.
Oh, the
That
blade's
is
not-
like it is like distinct from basic. Like the champions of Tirnanog's weapons are like incredibly distinct items. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I don't think I picked up one of their blades though. I think it got
His
what's it called?
transformed.
Yeah.
Owl has one that is very distinctly Fey, but Zumlar's was like his own that transformed when he took a new oath.
Yes, I should
Yeah.
probably take that off, huh?
Well, so long as
No,
you
I
don't draw
found-
the blade, probably no one is going to notice. But as soon as you draw it out, somebody's going to know what that is if they've ever fought in the war with Tirnanog. Let's put it that
I got
way.
a few scars from blades like that. They
Oh.
nasty gash.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point, isn't it?
So one of the things that we found while we were down there was a painting of Nueda, I think it is, goddess of nature. That was in Kevin's stuff, right?
Yes.
There was a shrine to the old ones,
Yes. So it's like
and we got a circlet magic item, a wreath of wisdom. What else?
Oh yeah, that wreath might be good for Burnhart now that you mention it.
What is it?
It sets your wisdom to like 19, I think.
But it's +2 to wisdom, and one time a day you can use the augury spell.
augury spell.
And
Yes.
it does
Wow.
require attunement.
Does it have a cap?
Well, did Krishana need that? Because I think Krishana, you had it for now, right?
No,
I've
you
got
did. Well, reasonably, you could take it out. You could take your wisdom up to 22 with it if you already had a 20 wisdom, I guess.
That would be amazing.
It's like so it's not unlike just Belt of Dwarven kind. It doesn't like cap out at 20.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
But
Or at least based on the way Lawrence is describing it.
but
It
but
just wants
Krishana
you
is
to
also
wisdom, essentially.
druid, right? Krishana's also
No.
part druid. So,
Krishana's Bard Warlock.
Oh, is she? Oh, okay, you're right. Okay.
So
I
it's
think,
called Mantle of what?
we don't know. I have
It's just a crown of wisdom, essentially. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
wreath of. It's a holly wreath that has a couple like reddish gems rather than berries scattered among it. So
Okay.
The only reason why I would need it is for like my skill check, like my medicine. Otherwise, if someone else could use it more.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's my primary casting stat.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. All right. As you pull across the Thames, the sun is setting, and you can see, backlit against the dusk sky, hundreds of bats like pouring out of the hills around the Davenport mansion. And you have the strong feeling that those aren't regular bats, as they basically glom together, sort of form up the face of some like wizened and demonic into humanoid, basically, and then sort of form into like more natural forms again, and they start zooming towards you guys at the river. But they seem to be rebuffed as if there's some invisible force that keeps them from crossing the river.
Gotta love water.
The battle mistress goes, "All right, that is good to see. Our ideas about vampires haven't changed. Apparently, the lore of vampires has not changed."
Oh, and we should ask her about Krishana's tiara, that one that seems to bemuse people.
Yes. Sort of stepping out of the cloud of bats is Bernard Davenport at this point, dressed in royal purple. A sort of heavy gothic set of black armor underneath a purple cloak.
Like plate armor?
He is definitely he is definitely a vampire. You can see long fangs basically sticking out from past his lower lip. At this point, his face is gaunt and drawn. You know that bears no resemblance to his more sort of noble aquiline form. Basically, you see in paintings of him. Essentially, he looks full on and undead at the moment. It's like, you have defiled my home, interlopers. Like, you shall have no rest. You shall have no quarter. You have slain many members of my family at this point. Wherever you may find succor, I will root you out. And about that time, the whole cloud of bats, he disappears into a cloud of bats, and the whole host of bats basically zooms off into the distance.
I just bite my thumb at him.
Isn't it great that we weren't wearing any?
Down.
Go ahead.
Just bleh.
Reasons why Dirk likes to be in disguise.
The battle mistress goes, I'm going to assume he has a way to get across the river at this point. We better get out of here before his mortal allies find that ferry him across the river after us. We're going to have a long night ahead of us.
Mack is just on the roof of one of the carriages, watching the sunset and the moon rise.
Okay. So, like, Edward and his host couldn't cross the bridge for whatever reason. You're looking sort of carefully at the priest's note. It's like, Battle Mistress, we blessed the bridge. We consecrated the bridge as you requested. So, but there are many bridges that cross the Thames in this area. Like, the closest one being a mile or two to the north, according to the map. We will not have time to basically go and consecrate them all. As you pull off into the distance at best speed, the battle mistress points to a church marked on the map here. Here at St. Agnew's, it's a small church, but has consecrated ground. We should be able to find shelter there. There's really no place to store the wagons, so I think our supplies are going to be a lost cause.
Can't we just keep the wagons with us?
There's no place to put them in the church, unfortunately. So anything exposed to the night is going to be fair game for the vampires to destroy.
So everybody takes some stuff to snack on, and maybe if there's a blanket or anything you want.
Yes. It's about an hour or so later. You arrive at St. Agnew's. It's a very humble-looking church made of cobblestone with a single basically bell tower. It's this thing. This church has definitely seen better days. It's sort of one of those structures made of like sticks and mud and cobblestone. A bleary-eyed looking priestess comes. A young acolyte priestess comes out to greet you all. It's like, good sirs and ladies. We weren't expecting anyone at this late hour, as some paladin has gone and banged on the door really hard. He's like,
Seems rude to the door.
I gotta call on my position as a Sister of Mercy that you grant us sanctuary in your church this evening. There's evil foot this evening. There's evil foot in the air, and we need to be on consecrated ground. You should pull in all your priests, your head priest in here as well, and any congregants that happen to be on the grounds. It's like, of course, Sister of Mercy. What evil would befall us so far from London, though? So, like, vampires. Get going.
A nasty ass vampire. That.
Yeah. All right. An old priest, an old doddering priest, and a altar boy that's probably no more than 10 sort of come stumbling out of a nearby cottage. The paladins all like hup, and like all pile into the church with you guys. Like,
I want to crawl into the bell tower.
you crawl into the bell tower.
I'll give you a boost.
There's a rickety ladder that can take you up there, but it's cramped. There's pretty much only room for like a person up here.
Oh, perfect.
So is it just the church itself that's consecrated ground, or is there anything else on there? Like, is the graveyard consecrated ground, or?
I doubt the battle mistress, because I doubt the consecration on the graveyard is going to mean anything there, since the dead can be called up from it regardless with a powerful enough call.
Okay, so we're just
I
going to
think
consider.
Bernard Davenport has more than enough power as an undead lord to do that.
Okay, so we need to watch out for stuff coming out of the graveyard for sure. Let's try and stay in the church. Do you think it's okay up in the bell tower? That seems. I mean, I guess it's on the air above consecrated ground. How does that work?
It'll be fine so long as Miss Owl doesn't succumb to vampire charms and throw herself out the bell tower.
How far of a fall is it?
I'm more worried about her inviting basically the rest of the vampire host in.
Yeah. Why don't we all have a nice long talk about not inviting anybody in?
Not inviting who in?
Don't invite anybody in. Look around. Everybody who's here is here. Don't invite anybody else in. What if they cry out? Would you let them in if they cry?
No.
I feel like vampires have lived long enough to debate the semantics of what counts as inside.
All right, the young acolyte priestess is in sort of deep discussion with the mistress of battle, Victoria, and the mistress of battle, Victoria. That's all right. Underneath the altar, there's a tunnel essentially for that we can escape through if absolutely necessary. But we should also keep an eye out that vampires don't come in that way. All right, so you set watches for the evening and start spending an uncomfortable evening under siege by vampires. I need everybody roll me a d10. Tell me if you roll a 1 or a 10.
A d10. Okay.
D10.
5.
That would be. D10.
6.
Oh, yeah.
10.
I got a 9.
Okay.
Can I see how many paladins I can get to stare at my crowd?
Oh,
I'm gonna go around flirting and try to get as many of the paladins as I can to stare at my crowd.
Okay. Well, you just sort of like sit at the front and perform. There's like the paladin host sort of like casually sort of sits around and now listens to your performance. So
Dirk rolled a 1, and so he's going to use his halfling to roll it, and that was a 6.
Does that work?
That only works on a d20. So
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Well, then Dirk got a 1.
I mean, by that logic tree, you
okay,
could
so
never
we got
lose a
2
coin
10s
toss.
and 1 1. All right, so the it's late in the evening. You hear horrible noises outside. Just like maybe like 2 hours later, So it's maybe about 9 in the evening at this point. Everybody's sort of like eating a late dinner of like dried goods, jerky and hardtack.
I think
I
Dirk
love
and
soda.
Krishana,
Whatever wine or water essentially you have available.
and I think Dirk and Krishana are probably playing some instruments to like
Yes.
get people to relax, right?
Krishana has half of the paladins basically laughing heartily and doing the chicken dance at the moment as she tries to use her tests her wild oats basically by using the crown of fascination to see if it actually works, and yes, it does. About the second round of like campfire songs and body tavern songs coming out of Krishana and Dirk. It's about 9:30 at this point, and there's a meek sort of knocking at the door.
Who is it?
Owl.
Huh?
I go up to the door.
Yeah. Al, you don't answer the door. Okay?
Oh yeah. Stranger danger.
Yes, stranger danger.
Is there like is there like a peephole through the door?
There is no peephole, essentially. You can crack it open. There is a chain to keep it like from swinging all the way open.
Yeah, I'll have the chain open, and the big bad wolf will open up the door slightly.
There is a loud screech as this meek-looking woman in sort of common garb shrieks and runs away into the darkness.
Huh?
Maybe the wolf should not have opened the door.
You know,
Just saying.
that is a good point. But
I'd rather us be safe than sorry. But be my guest next time.
You can hear a meek voice from far, like beyond the basically cobblestone wall. It's like, "Head priest, have you been eaten by a wolf?"
Why don't we let
He was
Zumlar?
very tasty.
No, shush. Let's let Zumlar be at the door because he's a paladin, right?
evil bastard.
Please, I'll go to the door.
What? I'm bored.
I'll take a
Like,
ball.
you sort of peek your head out the door, and it's just like, I don't know, you. Where's the head priest?
She's here.
My mom's really sick, and I need the head priest urgently.
I don't know. It feels sketchy.
Yeah, no
It
one's
does.
able to come out tonight. The head
Can I
priest can
use
come
insight?
tomorrow.
And be
Can I
on the
use
lookout
insight?
if you're going home. There'd be some vampires afoot.
My mom has a really high fever. I really need the high priest to come, or at least the acolyte.
Is there some
Can
sort
I,
of like
can I
medicine?
use insight to see if she's lying?
Yeah, how's our divine
I don't know. You
sense
can
on
always roll
this?
insight, I guess.
I could,
And does anyone have like divine sense? Would that work?
I think
I'll use a. Can I use an inspiration
Well-
on that roll?
what, I could
Yeah, I have divine
maybe,
sense.
Okay, Brunhart, you had an idea what were you trying
Dirk got a 26
What's
for insight.
can I roll my, can I roll insight? Sorry.
Yeah, whoever wants to roll insight can roll insight. Dirk is like, she seems truthful in what she's saying, but she also seems like more afraid than she should be for what seems to be an interaction at a relatively safe distance.
Damn.
There's the sort of tenor of fear in her voice.
Okay. None of us are going to leave the church, guys. If we want to send a healing potion with her, I think that's fine. But the priest can go see her mom in the morning.
Yeah, we can
Maybe-
just kind of like roll something out the window or something.
Perhaps I should go. I'll go with her.
No one should leave the church
I-
and go out and be drained by hundreds of vampires,
I agree with Dirk. I think it's safer to stay here.
especially if they have a fiance waiting for them at home.
This poor
Yeah.
person.
If
It's true.
is there anywhere
She's at the edge of what you could catch with charm person, so the 60 feet for charm person. If someone wants to try to charm her and bring her closer, that's a viable option.
Krishana, you want to try your tiara at her?
I don't think I have any.
Is that even really a question?
I got this bag that'll make me turn into a ghost. If something bad happens, I can go look at her, at the sick lady.
Well, it's like it's sounding like she's asking you to the high priest to come with her to wherever she lives, and that's obviously not close by. Oh, never mind. Charm person is also 30 feet. She's like 60 feet away, like right at the edge of the stone wall surrounding this place. So
ask her to come, and so she can receive a potion for her mother, and then when she gets closer, Krishana, charm the heck out of her. How's that?
Is the wolf gonna come and eat me?
He's
As a
already
paladin
eaten
of
for
the
the night.
order,
He's
I
fine.
swear he will not hurt you.
It's your night. He probably won't.
I'm sorry. It was an honest mistake.
Right, yeah. You see, yeah, so this like mousy, like late teens girl with a kerchief on comes up and says, well, if the priest can't come, can you send a healing potion or salve with me to help cut down our fever? She's tossing something fierce, and I fear she's not gonna wake up tomorrow if I don't get some treatment for her or some medicine.
We've got a couple healing potions.
Isn't Krishana like brewing those daily?
Well, she still has to have components.
Well, assuming we have
I think we got some from the battle mistress before we went into the Davenports, and I don't think we've used them. Right? So,
all right, so someone sacrifice a healing potion to give to the peasant girl.
Dirk will give her one.
All right, you hand her a healing potion. It's like give her this with a hot cup of tea, and she'll be right as rain at least until morning.
Did you want me to charm her?
Yes.
When she gets close, I will attempt to charm the spell.
All right, you realize she's already under charm when you try to charm her. She's like, because your spell, you're going, this is not taking. This is not taking.
Okay, so Dirk is going to zap her with his with their wand of dispel magic.
Okay. She shakes her head and she holds her head like she's like has a really bad headache at the moment and wobbles a little bit. But she's like sort of within grabbing range, essentially, if you want to grab her and try to pull her in.
Yeah.
Should I?
Well, if it was necessary for them to charm her, she's probably not evil on her own, right? And we just dispelled the charm, so I think it's okay to.
What do you want me to do?
Well, why don't we let Zumlar pull her in? Zumlar and Krishana pull her in. Let's not let you drool on her shoulder or anything.
Buzzkill.
All right, you pull her in. She sort of eventually recovers. It's like, Mom's really sick. Where am I? It's like, just remember this nice gentleman coming by and for a spot of tea, and now I'm here.
Did he smell like lavender?
Now that you mention it, yes.
Yeah, that was a vampire. Also,
at this period of time, you smell smoke coming from like the back end of the church at this point.
I thought it was made of cobblestone.
Sticks and cobblestone and mud.
Should we tell her that her grandmother is dead and been eaten by a vampire?
Let's not do that yet. Let's check out the smoke.
Yeah.
Al, who's sort of like peering, who's been constantly peering out the front at this point, watching what's going down in the front of from her lofty vantage points, sort of finally decides to turn around and look at the back of the church, and notices there is a blazing bonfire on the back of the church at this point.
Holy shit! Guys, anyone got some water? He needs some milk.
Um,
I'm sorry.
What?
He needs some milk.
You need some milk.
milk.
Would put out a
Edible.
fire. Yeah.
So
I'll show it to
Get
you
chocolate
later.
and graham crackers.
I begin casting control flames and
Nice.
extinguishing
Oh,
5-foot
attaboy.
cubes
Okay,
at a
so
time.
what range is control flames? Because you're
60 feet.
all right. So you scramble up to the tower. It's like very close. It's very cozy up here with Al and you up there. Just make me an athletics check, DC 10 to like squeeze yourself in there with Al at the moment.
Who?
Okay.
Who?
She's gonna try to. Is the advantage like her just squishing to like make room?
Wow.
But she is
haven't
kind of
rolled
like giant. She is giant, isn't she? I forgot.
Bernhardt is giant. You are giant. So everything fitting up there is it's like, get out of the way.
Dangling.
Oh, get down! Get down!
How many paladins does it take
As
to change the bell of a bell
you're
tower?
trying to get past each other in this like kind of constrained like ladder stairwell thing. It's just like
And they're like both super polite, and so they keep both giving way, and then they both go, and then they both give way.
Yeah. No, you first.
And, like Owl just sits in the corner, like I'm not gonna move. You go.
All right, so you're both sort of like jammed up in the tower at the moment, essentially, as Bernhardt is like trying to concentrate on the fire and trying to put it out. Roll me an Arcana check, DC 10.
Arcana check. Sounds pretty bad. Hey, my highest roll today.
Okay. Fire is just like you manage to cause it to die down, but you don't manage to put it out completely. So Bernhardt, you're looking one way. Krishana, Owl by necessity is looking a different way, just because you're all sort of like jammed up in the tower together. You're looking at a different way. It's like, oh, that star is getting really, really, really bright as you see this reddish orb basically begin to like descend on the basically bell tower that you're both crammed into at the moment. As you see this giant planetoid of fire hurtling towards the bell tower.
Can Owl like pull Bernhardt down and we like try to dodge this thing?
Well, if you try to go down, essentially you're just gonna get jammed up. So the only option, like 100% option, is like jump out of the tower at the moment. Or you could say one of you can save the other by going first, but the other one is gonna eat this fireball. There's no getting around.
Can I bonus action teleport to my flame?
Let's see here.
It'll do a little bit of damage.
If you want to try to do that, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna teleport.
Okay, so I'll give you an advantage on your dex saving throw. So, Krishana, do a normal dex saving throw.
You mean Owl?
I'm saying owl, sorry.
Oh, yeah, wait. Dex?
Yeah, Dex
save.
Dex-based saving throw. So both of you, I think, are high left level to have Aura of Protection, so don't forget to add your Charisma bonus to your save.
19!
Very good. All right, Owl zooms back down the ladder as the top of the bell tower disintegrates, and then Bernhardt's advantage save, dex save.
Sorry. Ooh, 20.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you teleport down to the bonfire. Are you resistant to fire, or no? I don't recall if flash fire druids are.
I don't think they do.
All right, so you take some minor fire damage as the bonfire is still quite hot. You take 5 points of fire damage. As you roll out, appear right in the bonfire and roll out of it, the whole top of the bell tower explodes into debris. You can hear the clang of probably like the 20-pound bell sort of like clanging its way down the bell tower at the moment as everybody hears this. Like,
I wanted that.
You can hear off in the distance I have no need, basically, to be invited if you have no dwelling to stand in.
That's what I was saying earlier. They have they've had all the time in the world to figure out loopholes to the semantics.
How many of them are there? Can we see any?
Too many.
Bernhardt, now that he's on ground level, the back of the church has no windows, which is the reason why they were able to come up here and set a bonfire on the side of the building to begin with. You're seeing like a dozen red beady eyes like peering at you at the edge of your own dark vision. You're like these sort of like shifting shadows of like probably a dozen vampire like scrabbling around get for position at the moment. Okay, so we're just gonna start combat at this point.
Okay.
Roll
Oh,
for
shit.
initiative, bitches!
All right, Bernhardt, what are you doing? Since you're probably
going-
most closest to combat at this point.
I'm gonna like run 30 feet in, have my and then teleport an extra 15 feet to next to them, exploding, and then I'm going to use my whip attack as well.
All right, you rush closer, you on fire, and causing fire to erupt from your position as you arrive. It reveals like effectively dozen or so emaciated individuals in rags that are definitely either ghouls or vampires. They definitely have elongated fangs and claws, so it's like you're guessing probably more on the ghoul side rather than vampires.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Can I? I already did it. So here we go.
Are you high enough level to cast third level spells at this point, or no?
I can't cast third level
I
because
don't
I
think
have to
like
use spell
Paladin.
slots.
I think takes level 9 to get third level spells.
It's
No, I'm saying
ridiculous.
he's Paladin Flashfire Druid, so
I know.
the Flashfire Druid gets Fireball at third level, so I'm just...
Yeah, it depends on what
Yeah,
level. it's
fireball.
And-
My highest
and-
level spell.
taken. Like turn undead might not be bad if there's ghouls, right?
Yeah.
Which I can no longer do because I took the Oath of Vengeance.
Yeah.
All right.
So
give me
Yes,
the
fire
stats
spell.
and how much damage you do and that sort of stuff.
So that's going to be dex saves. DC 14, 15.
Yep.
DC 15 dex saves. Or they take this much fire damage.
Okay, I'll just
plus-
give you... All right, so that's the Thorn Whip damage.
Well, I don't know what happened to my wildfire thing. Wildfire DC 17 dex save or take 2d6 fire damage.
2d6 damage. Okay, got it.
And then for the regular whip attack is going to be
All right, so 8 points of fire damage, 6 points of Thorn Whip. Got it. All right, so
And
they
then
don't
I'm
make their
gonna-
save in either case, so they just take the damage.
and then I'm
All
gonna
right,
smite
they
with
seem
one
to
of,
be seared but not destroyed. So
I'm gonna make one of that hit, so I'm gonna turn that into a smite.
okay.
Damn it, where's all my shit that oh, here it is. And so I'm gonna burn a first level slot to do that.
Oh, damn.
Keep in mind, essentially, you normally have to do actually a melee attack. You can't roll a save. I shouldn't be allowing you to use smite on stuff that requires saves.
No, I use the regular whip.
Okay, got it.
So it's I should have, yeah, because it says if you're within range of a melee attack, which I guess technically I could be using Thorn Whip, since I have. But
No long
whatever.
as you roll an attack roll, I'm fine with whatever it is, even if it's a cantrip. But just inevitably, I want you to roll an attack roll rather than me. Okay, so
Yeah, I hit.
Yes, you hit.
1d4 plus 2.
Right.
That was the hit.
All right. Your attack roll was fine. You hit. Okay. So you smite. One of the ghouls explodes into fiery cinders. All right. Krishana.
I am going to cast Create Bonfire on one of them that Burnhart
Well, you
attacked.
guys are all in the church. You cannot see any of this happening at this point. All you've heard so far is Owl reporting. It's like, there's a host of vampires outside, and they've set the outside of the church on fire.
They want to break it down.
Can we
Should I go outside?
Can we see them from the doorway of the church, or they're still behind the church?
Right there, none of them are on the front side of the church. So with the windows and the door, so they're all on the back side of the church, happily basically setting the church on fire right now.
I'm gonna use my movement to go outside and see where the fire's coming from.
All right. You can see the merry glow of fire coming from the backside of the church, as well as numerous dozens of small, beady red eyes peering at you from the darkness, jockeying for position.
All right. When I see someone, I'm gonna try and create bonfire on them.
Okay, got it.
DC 16 save.
All right, poof. You immolate one with a bonfire. Is it 2d10 or 2d8? I can't remember at this level.
2d8.
2d8.
2d10 is firebolt.
Fireball. Okay, so you got 10 points of fire damage. One of the ghouls is very badly singed, but still there.
And I'm going to start singing to Owl. If she can hear me, she can get a D6 inspiration dice.
Okay, very good. Lady Emma.
Good question.
Krishana runs out into the darkness and yells out just like, "Oh my god, there's a lot of vampires on here." and the church is on fire.
Can I absorb the fire using my absorb elements?
You'd have to go around and get to it, but yeah, I'd allow you to absorb some of the fire.
That sounds risky.
If you have, what is it?
Can you turn undead? That might be the thing for ghouls.
Well, Lady Emma's a wizard, so
So
if you have control water, gust of wind,
Can I try and big bad wolf blow the fire out?
thunderclap, anything that would basically push the bonfire away from the building, that would also be good.
Or deprive it of oxygen.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, if you're gonna blow on it, that doesn't seem like the best idea.
Well, I'm saying all these things actually could have a push element, so they could push all the fuel away. So.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm not trying to put out the fire. I'm just trying to move the fire.
Oh, okay.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying, Lady Emma, what's your call? What do you want to do?
Can I cast a fireball at those vampires?
Okay, if you want to get rid of the vampires, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to do. You pick a spot with a lot of little beady eyes on it and throw a planetoid of fire at it.
Just
roll your
fireball.
86.
Alright. So... And did it come through? Alright, I got a 34.
Okay, you got a good... All right, there's about half of the vampires in the group you target incinerate into ash, and the other half look pretty badly damaged. All right, so there's at least probably 5 more groups like that one. So
I think, Emma, you got 5 more fireballs.
Yeah, I can keep casting fireball.
Ow. What do you All right, so Emma's outside, Krishana's outside, Brunhart's outside. Ow. Ow, it's your turn. Your call. Do you want to be inside or outside at this point? You could have leaped out into the darkness and be outside, or you could have gone down the rickety ladder at this point and be on ground floor.
I want to be outside with everyone.
Okay, so I need an athletics check for you to have leaped out onto the thatch roof and not basically killed yourself in the process.
Okay. 22!
All right, you land on a soft spot on the thatch roof, skate down the side of the side of the church, and land in a mostly dignified heap on the ground. Dust yourself off, and now what are you doing?
Just a puff of hay. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. I should look at my actions. So we're in attack. Can I see like the main person right now? What's his name? I'm sorry.
Bernard.
You can see Bernard in his gothic black armor, purple cloak flowing in an unseen breeze, flying in the air some 60 feet above.
Okay. Ooh, you know what? It might be a good time for Sunlight Spear, I think.
All right,
That does sound good.
you Kamehameha up a sunlight sphere and hurl it at him. And go ahead and
This is literally what I designed it for, to knock floating targets out of the air.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. So do I have to roll the hit dice first?
You need to roll the hit. Yes.
Yeah. Let me do that. Let me do that. Oh shit. 8. Fuck.
Okay. You whisk by an extremely wide margin. It's like,
Damn it.
all right. Okay, Zumlar, what are you doing?
I am going to phase step. Can I do that? Let's see.
Effectively, it's like Misty Step, so yes, you can teleport 30 feet.
Domawamu,
Fuck.
Shinderu.
I have to see it. I was going to try to see if I could phase step onto the roof.
You have
roof
to
that's on fire?
You can only teleport to places you can see, unfortunately, so you cannot teleport to the roof that you cannot see.
Can I move to a location that I can see the
you
roof?
can go outside and teleport up to the roof if you want.
Up there? Yeah. I'll do that.
All right, go outside, teleport up
blade.
the roof. Okay, so that was your bonus action and your move. Now what are you doing?
Let's see, where is it? Fiend and undead. I'm going to channel divinity and do abjure enemy.
Okay, what was that?
Abjure enemy.
Abjure
enemy.
Which enemy are you going to abjure? That could be applied to anybody you want. So who do you want to abjure?
The Davenport.
It fails immediately. You're going. I abjure you. It's like no, no.
Does he see my blade as I draw it? Does he recognize what it is?
You draw one of the champion's blades. It's like, I've not seen that in an age. In a different time, you and I might have been allies, but you are definitely my enemy now. Mack.
I can't reach that high, so I think I will Kool-Aid Man out the back of the burning building. I would like to rage.
Yeah, you rage. That's no problem. Athletics check you basically. This is not the most like structurally sound building ever, so yes, you can basically bust through the walls with a high enough athletic roll. So you need what is it, 16 or better essentially to bust through a wall.
23.
All right. You Kool-Aid Man through the back wall. You take, what is it, 3 points of fire damage from like busting through the bonfire.
Can I see the moon?
Yes, you can see the moon.
All right. I just wanted to see the moon.
All right, you can see Burnhart engage with a dozen vampires in mortal combat, and there's easily at least 4 other groups of the same size, i.e. a dozen or so apiece.
I will double down with Burnhart.
Running around the grounds at this point. One of those groups is on fire, having been fireballed, but they're all still look fairly capable.
I will double down with Burnhart and get right up in this thing's face and start to rip and tear.
Okay.
Reckless attack. Hopefully, well, that definitely doesn't hit. That one does. I assume a 21 hits, right?
21 hits, yes.
So at least for one
Bernhardt's group, these guys only have maybe about 8 or 9 hit points
left. For 9 slashing damage and 6 cold damage.
Okay. The cold damage doesn't affect them at all, but
well, still 9 slashing damage on 1 hit.
Okay.
And
close enough. All right, you tear one apart.
All right.
All right, Tree.
Okay.
The paladins are marshaling behind you with the battle mistress at their head, preparing to charge out into the fray.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to dart out, and I'm going to cast Shatter on a group of vampires. You said there were like 5 or more of those. I'm going to pick a likely 10-foot thing of them and cast Shatter. So that needs to be a con 14.
14. 2, 3.
They made a paper mache. I don't think that's not going to work.
Okay, so how much, what was your damage again?
Oh, it's 48. Okay, so that's 10.
There's a tremendous cracking of glass sound and shattering of glass as several of the ghouls / vampires basically reel, but they are still, the whole group is still there.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cast Bardic Inspiration on Mack.
Oh, yeah!
And then I'm gonna move to where maybe I've got some cover.
Okay. Well, you could basically just hang at the church door if that's what you want.
Okay, yeah. Why don't I do that for now?
Okay. All right. 18 points of damage to Brunhart as 2 ghouls manage to sink claws into his neck with criticals. Let's see here. Another group sort of gloms up with the group that's fighting Brunhart and
You said 18?
yes, and Mack at the moment. And okay, so Mack, what is your current AC?
Excuse me. 16.
16. Okay, so you hit this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you get hit for a total of 30 damage.
Can it be
Which is
halved, or
halved,
is that?
and then
So was it 30 to 15 or 60 to 30?
I'm saying it's 30 damage full, and then you get to have it due to
Got it.
your rage.
15.
So 15. So
Got it. Just making sure. Want to get the numbers right.
all right, and then let's see here. What?
I'm gonna drop into chat. Remember, my bardic inspirations have some special stuff on them, so I'm gonna go ahead
Wait,
and
yeah.
put that into chat.
Is he right next to me? Within 5 feet of me?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my reaction to decrease the amount of damage you take by 1d10 plus 3.
Okay. And
As my fighting style inspiration. Or interception, sorry.
Okay, got it.
7, 8, 9. So he
So
doesn't
I only
take
take
9.
6 damage from that.
Yeah.
Lovely. You love to say it.
Okay. I'm gonna say that subtracts from the top level number, not the half number.
Okay, so it reduces from 30 to 21 and from 21 to 10.
Yes.
You can reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus 3. Okay. Sure.
All right. Let's see here. Because in practical terms, this is like a dozen different attacks coming towards you guys.
Yeah, it's not just one attack.
It's not technically one attack. It's not.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay.
Whatever DM says goes.
I'll allow you to apply it to be sure, but I'm just saying we're just gonna apply it to the top level number. All right. So let's see here. Give me a second while I continue to chug through the undead here. Let's see here. Owl, a cadre of vampires zooms up on you, and let's see here. 16. Owl, what is your AC?
23, I believe.
Oh, you have tremendous AC. Okay, so you get hit once for 7 points of damage.
She built like a brick shit house.
Wow.
Right. Zumlar, you're on the roof, so let's see. Technically, only flying vampires can get at you, so that's quite a few less of them. Okay, you get a errant claw, basically, of a large bat-like creature zips by and slashes your face for 7 points of slashing damage. Similar. Mack, we already did you. Dirk, you're technically hiding out in the church still, so nothing can get at you. You can hear Benedict Davenport above. Wither and die mortals.
Is there more than
he
one?
holds out one of its hands, basically, and this cone of frost rains down on Brunhart and Mack. DC 16 con save.
Goodness.
Brunhart, do you by... Uh-oh, that's not good. Brunhart, do you by chance have your aura of protection, or are you not that high a level of paladin?
Not high enough. Yeah.
Well, I got a natural 1, but the total
Aren't you near me?
Yeah, I am near you, but
none of them are near you, Zumlar, because you're on the roof.
Is he within 60 feet of Dirk?
Yeah.
Because I've got silver. I've got
I'm gonna
Silvery Barb, so we can ask him to re-roll.
Well, there's no 2-hit with a.
Oh, because it's a save. Okay.
It's a save, so it's
Okay.
Hey,
Silvery Barb is
Lawrence.
not going to help in this case.
I have a
You got
question. Am I allowed to use a DM inspiration to reroll after I see how much the damage is?
Well, yeah, I think you're not supposed to use inspiration after the effects have already been announced. So.
This is well, I know it's kind of cold, and I got a natural 1. This is why I'm asking for clarification and
Use your
right
inspiration.
of like
I would use
fairness.
your inspiration.
Yeah. Okay, I'll
You're the
I'll-
DM
yeah.
saying it. Do it.
Well,
There's a
I'm,
reason I hold on to these things. So give me 1 moment, please.
okay.
All right, let's see here.
Yeah.
Much
this is
better!
so bad.
27! That's a natural 20.
Well, there
Yeah.
you go.
Oh
That
fuck.
was worth using.
All right, so full damage is 36 cold. Half damage is 18 cold.
Oh,
Okay.
I would have been fine. I'm a wall of meat. But I'll still take the 18.
All the undead around you seem to be completely unaffected, which is probably why he's using cold.
I'm down, guys. I'm down.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, am I nearby?
Al, you can see him. You're basically like fending off vampires, about 6 vampires around you at the moment. But yes, you see Brunhart go down.
Okay, can I start like also trying to make my way over to like do some lay on hands?
Sure. All right, so we're back up to the. Okay, so I think that's all the vampires. We're back up to the top of the round as the paladins come rushing out, weapons gleaming with holy energy as there's this wave of golden energy that pushes back, literally physically pushes back all the vampires back to a new sort of like set point, maybe about 20 feet away, as they establish some sort of they all use their combined turn undead basically to turn back the undead host. Their Davenport is like, you will not get my my minions to run away so easily, paladins. We vampires are the kings of the night. As he's sort of like the vampire's eyes redouble and glow with more undead fury as they sort of just hang at this edge of basically this golden glowing area. Okay, so there's cleared area all the way around you guys, up to about 20 feet away from you at this point. The paladins have sort of encircled you guys and are establishing a battle line at the moment. The
things of being weenies.
all right,
Sorry.
Bernhardt. I guess Bernhardt death save at this point.
Yeah. It's a fail.
Okay, 1 fail. Krishana.
I am going to give Bernhard a D6 healing
Okay.
with my healing light.
All right, so pick up 4 hit points, Bernhardt.
Okay, cool. Okay.
All right, you got an action left, Bernhardt. What do you want to do?
An action? I'm going to use my
no,
divine.
no bonus, no move, but just an action.
Yeah, I'm going to use my divine. What is it called? It's called.
Smite?
No,
No, lay
Channel-
on hands.
it's the channel divinity,
Channel
And-
divinity. Okay.
and so now they have to make a DC. Where the fuck is it? Sorry. Oops,
I
language.
ate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Me and Al got hungry, and we shared it.
Is nothing safe around you guys?
If you didn't want us and Whisper as well to munch it, you should have brought snackies.
Yeah, God.
Snackies!
Conquering presence. So within 30 feet of me, anybody, all of the undead within 30 feet of me, those are the ones I'm selecting, have to make a DC 12 Wisdom save, or be frightened for 10 rounds.
Okay, you're sort of realizing that you caused the undead to retreat a little bit further, but you're realizing so long as Bernard Davenport is here, his undead host is not going to run away.
Okay.
So, because there's 24 paladins with you at the moment that are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That should
Okay.
this many paladins should have caused all these undead to just run away into the hills, but they're standing their ground.
Well, if I can know that that's not going to be effective.
You're pretty much sure it's not going to be affected at this point. So you can choose something else if you like.
Okay. I'll use lay on the hands on myself for
Okay.
20 points.
You heal up some more.
Okay.
All right, Krishana. Oh, never mind. Krishana, you did your thing already.
Well, that was
do you
a
have any
bonus
actions
action.
that you want to do?
To the healing light is a bonus action, so can I do a cantrip? Bonfire?
Well, actually, you could do just a normal action. Actually, you could cast another spell entirely because that's not a spell. Strangely enough,
It's a class feature.
class feature.
All right. Well, then I will have my crow fly over to Bernhard and heal him for at second level, whatever that is.
Second level what?
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds. So, okay, so that's 4, 5, 9, wisdom 4, charisma 4. Okay, so 13 more points, Bernhard.
And then I'm going to try and run back into the church.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Cool. I'm up to
All right.
39.
There, after the fireball and the bonfire in the back, essentially, there seems to be some structural integrity problems with the churches. There's sort of this horrible sort of lurching, crunching noise as it seems the whole church seems to be lurching over to the right a little bit. Lady Emma.
Okay, so vampires are far away.
Well, you could use one move action to get halfway there, and then use your. Maybe you have a ranged attack. I don't know.
How far away are they exactly?
So the vampires are like circling around the church and like in. So they're maybe at the closest is 30 feet away. The furthest away groups are 60 feet away. Give me 1 second. I need to stop the restroom here.
Okay.
So, quick question: can anyone here cast fly?
No. But I could cast more fireballs, which was my plan.
Oh yeah,
It's never a bad idea.
it's very effective. And then
I think that's the way to go.
Just fine.
do you remember when we went to the college and we got the stake throwers to shoot the vampires?
We got stuff to fight vampires.
And we got holy bolts to shoot in the crossbows that do an
Man
extra
tree,
1d4.
you're so smart.
And the mace, the holy water mace.
Yes, exactly. The holy.
I don't think throwing your mace at a flying vampire will be the greatest idea, but hey,
I
if
think
you think
it's
a
the
good
best idea. I don't know what you're talking about. I think I just need to eat us the mace.
All right, so Lady Emma, you and Dirk are sort of like hanging out close to the entrance to the church.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep casting fireballs.
All right, you pick another group. Well, do you want to try to finish off the group you already blasted earlier?
Sure.
All right.
All right.
All right. So the group you blasted earlier is no more. They are all blasted into dust.
Strike!
Yet another basically side of another group as they begin to incinerate and burn. So there's one whole group down of the 5.
That, you winged freaks.
I'm just imagining like those bowling pin animations at a bowling alley.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna like do the same thing and try to cast Sunlight Spear at Benedict again.
Okay, hey Lawrence, quick question. Is it Bernard or Benedict, or is there 2 of them?
I'm sorry. It should be Bernard Davenport is the actually.
If it helps, my name is actually Burnhart. I don't know if that's.
I'm just gonna get so many names mixed up.
Well, because he's fiery, right? He's a fire.
Yeah.
I just don't know if there's more than one Davenport, or if there's just the one.
There's just the one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that.
Davenport the Elder. Let's put it that way.
God damn, I'm rolling bad. It was a 10.
Yeah, I've been rolling pretty shit tonight too.
Haha!
Oh, what's the language? Do you guys care about language? I don't.
Fuck it.
Everybody speaks
I
common.
speak
So.
American.
Cursing is fine. Let's put it that way. Just
And yeah, Owl, you
Well,
have the
I am
inspiration.
just a teenage
Oh,
girl, so what would I know?
That
Oh,
said,
I
I don't think an extra D6
Oh,
will help you hit him. He looks pretty tainty.
he's like wearing full plate
I
mail. You're
would-
guessing he's
Yeah.
probably in the AC 20 range, sort of deal.
Okay.
So save it for next time. I applaud the attempt.
I'm so sorry.
Owl,
I'm really
for your ref-
Wait,
Owl,
what?
for your reference, I'm not actually a teenage girl. Lady Emma is about 400 years old. She just
But
is
none
like
of
a
us know
teenage
that.
girl. Yeah, no, none of you actually know that yet.
Nice.
Yes. Anyways,
Zumlar
there's a comment from the old priest behind. Young lady, language. Right.
Young lady.
Zumlar.
By the way, everyone, Zumlar is very old.
Owl baby.
He fought in the battles of Turnanog, so.
Wait, who's the youngest in this group?
I point at Owl.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
No, I thought Krishana was the youngest.
I'm
Owl,
old enough to go to a few years of university.
Owl's
Yeah,
20.
Dirk's been to university and out a couple of years, but not that long.
Owl would be in the midst of it.
Yes.
Alright,
Baby.
so I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on Davenport
Okay. Gotcha.
at 2nd level. Then I'm going to take out the stake thrower, the crossbow that, like Van Halen's crossbow.
The Van Helsing crossbow, not the Van
Helsing.
Halen
Sorry,
crossbow.
yeah. I just
Van Halen
Yeah, it
crossbow.
doesn't
realize
shoot,
that as I said
it
it.
doesn't shoot stakes, it shoots musical notes.
No, it shoots T-bones, right?
Exactly.
And then I'm going to try to shoot him in the head.
Oh, exactly. You want to shoot him in the heart. Shooting him in the head doesn't do anything special to a vampire.
I'll shoot him in the heart.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
Come on, that 20. Come on, that 20. I mean, that's so good.
And I think I gave you a bardic inspiration, didn't I, Zumlar?
Yeah, I used inspiration to roll my saving throw.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's a good use of it.
23.
Okay, you hit easily. Right, roll me, what is it?
Okay, so the stakes
All
are...
right, yeah, the bolt catches him in the stake catches him in the shoulder, and he spins around violently in the air, and grabs the stake and rips it out of his shoulder and hisses at you. Okay, so roll me, what is it, 3d6?
Yes, 46 because of the Hunter Mark.
Yeah, 4d6. I'm sorry.
There's the Hunter's Mark at D8.
Excuse me.
No, D6. Alright. No, we'll use a macro for this one.
What's the Warlock's version of Hunter's Mark?
Hex.
X, okay. I just forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been forgetting a lot of things lately.
Man. Doesn't that sound familiar, huh, Owl?
Huh?
Forgetting things.
Don't be yucky.
Look.
I only say it because I know how it feels.
Oh, you made her cry.
I just
Look
feel
what you
bad
did.
for you, because I know you don't have medication.
Because my parents don't believe that shit. Look, I am offended by this highly relatable content.
All right,
Listen,
right,
me too.
Okay, so Bernard Davenport the Elder rips the stake from his shoulder with a hiss and snaps it between his fingers, his claws. It's like, you'll pay for that, mortal. And okay,
You need
and
to pay
then,
for a cleaning
Mack.
mantle.
Yes.
Are we fighting him now? Or are we still working on the zombies?
I'm saying
I'm
his
fighting
host
him.
and him are like one unit together, essentially. So
Yeah, it's all of
you,
the above.
if you can basically defeat the Davenport Senior, essentially the Elder Vampire, you can probably get all his troops to run because you have so many freaking turn undeads available to you that is just like it's 100% you can get them all to run, but it's like he's holding them all in place right now. So,
I can't fucking reach him!
Oh. Oh,
So
my
let me
turn.
do. I'm going to toss you up there. Okay, I can't do that.
On my
Fur
turn, I
missile.
can bring him down.
I certainly
Turn
hope
back into a
so.
fur missile.
so Earthbind, Earthen Grasp. There's a number of ways to basically suck people out of the air.
Yeah, but
You
Lawrence,
might
all
actually
I have
even
is
be,
fists.
you may not actually be able to fly and maybe actually using the flight spell. So it's like the spell magic even might work. All right,
Lawrence,
so
all I have is fist. That's all I got.
Zumlar, Yusha, Mack, what are you up to?
Actually, wait a minute. I think I might have an idea. I need to read how this text works. How high up is he?
60 feet.
Fuck.
Why else do you think I'm
never
on the
mind, that
roof?
won't work. Yeah, if I were to climb up on the roof, how far away would I be from him?
Well, the highest point on the church is the bell spire, but the top of the bell spire is blown off, so it looks tremendously unstable. The whole structure is sort of beginning to lean a little bit. So
I know I make this joke, but I feel like I might actually be able to blow it down at this point.
So if
Okay.
you want to run up there and leap off the spire to get at him, it looks like you might be able to reach with a good leap.
Well, I have something slightly better. I will run up the spire. And for my bonus action, is he within 15 feet of me now? Ish?
He's probably within about 15 to 20 feet by the time you
Okay,
get all the way
so-
to the top of the bell tower.
Fucking action sequence. I'm going to running leap off the top of the tower. Bonus action, summon my echo next to him, and then make a grapple attack with my echo.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to drag him down to the ground. Okay, so go ahead and just make me an athletic check to get up the bell tower to begin with.
Oh, please, is that even a question?
Once he touches the ground, would he be on sacred ground?
16.
No. 17. All right. It's not super graceful, but you definitely get up there. Make a scrambling leap towards the Elder Davenport, and go ahead and make your 2 grapple checks.
Wait, what? Oh no,
Hmm?
19, but still. Grapple check. 25.
Sweet.
I get him.
Okay. He spins around at the last second, grabs you by the throat. It's like, I should go.
It's not me, it's my echo.
Okay. Well, I'm saying he's waiting for you to get up there, basically, because he can tell the difference between you and your echo.
Yeah, but I can summon my echo in a space.
Oh, you summoned
50...
your echo first. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You see your echo wink out of existence as he turns around and slashes it with one of his claws.
Did you get him to the ground or no?
No. He failed on the contest for the first grapple check. So
Damn.
I failed on a 25?
I got a 27. So,
Bruh. All right. So I'm essentially back on the ground now with
no,
a
I'm
held
saying
action.
you being at the top of the tower, you could still try to make the leap yourself.
Oh,
Essentially.
sure. Two more attempts then.
Okay.
23.
I'll moon him. I'll moon Davenport just to try to distract him.
You mean moon him like moonbeam, or moon him like take your ass out of your armor?
Yeah, that.
Will that be enough to give him advantage?
Maybe, but we'll see. Okay. All right. You managed to. You two are in a giant messy tussle as you start tumbling towards the ground as you tear into his cape and and you tumble out of the air some 60 feet towards the ground. New athletic checks for Zumlar and the Baron.
I
For
mean,
Mac.
For
Mack?
Mac, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Athletics checks.
Yes.
Gotcha. 19. No,
All right.
not 19.
You manage to
yeah,
land on
19.
top and drive him into the ground. There's a solid smash as all the ground shakes, and okay, so you take what is it, 8 point? Let's just say 10 points of crushing damage, which you
Is that
have for
halved or
5.
not halved?
And
Half to 5. And I still technically have one
the
attack
Elder
left.
Davenport doesn't seem to be much more damaged than you, essentially, as he's obviously he's embedded in the ground, maybe about like by a foot, but you don't see any. He's not seeping blood. You don't see any broken bones, as he is like got a firm grasp on your shoulder and is trying to bite your throat out at the moment. Okay, let's see here. And then blup 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 blup.
I do still technically have one attack left, but I'm not sure how much I could do to him.
Okay.
Because, like, my attacks don't deal magic damage, and they only deal cold damage, and I'm pretty sure he's at least resistant, if not immune to cold.
He's definitely immune to cold.
So yeah, I can't do anything physically to him, but I got him pinned here.
Okay. All right. One more grapple check for the road here. He'll use one of his legendary actions to. Oh, never mind. Don't bother rolling. He fails to break grapple.
Oh, okay.
All right. Mack. So Dirk.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my bonus is 6, so
Dirk
I don't
is
think he can break out of that.
Dirk is going to use his Song of Creation to create something, and he's going to try a basin of holy water on top of the Baron, spilling water all over him.
This
Okay,
reminds me of the time a party defeated an ogre with a
Make
soup
a
pot.
religion check for me.
Oh. Okay.
You have to have faith to control create holy items. Essentially, if you have no faith, it doesn't work.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, that's a 13.
You've certainly met a lot of goodly aligned individual gods, archfey, whatever. Okay, it seems to work. So the water as it pours out of the golden basin on top of the elder Davenport seems to sear and bubble like acid. Roll me what is it? 48 damage.
Meanwhile, it's a little uncomfortable for me, but it's more just sort of like water that's too hot almost.
Okay, that's 11 damage.
Okay, so yes, his skin begins to bubble and peel away like acid.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do another bardic inspiration on Mac.
I haven't even used my last one yet.
Oh, okay. What's that? Oh, Zumlar had used it. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna
Give it to him.
Okay, give it to Zumlar. And then I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Oh, maybe I could have it. Just saying. My next turn is going to be big for this.
Okay. The other Davenport, with his claw gripped into your shoulders, like, get off of me, mutt! As there's this tremendous explosion of thunder. What is it? I need con save. DC 16.
Calling a mutt with a mug like yours.
22.
All right. You hardly get thrown back, but you still get thrown back a little bit for, what is it? 22 points of thunder damage.
Can't have that.
As he basically floats up to a standing position again.
But he's still like ground level, right?
He's still ground level, that's correct. He floats up maybe about 20 feet, but he definitely doesn't get all the way up to 60 because apparently he has to use a lot of his action to cast the one spell. All right, let's see here. And then the vampire host rushes in. Fortunately, much fewer attacks for everybody all the way around. as the paladins basically form a defensive line to give you space and time to fight the Elder Davenport at this point. Let's see here.
Oh, so remember, Hunter's Mark is still on the Davenport.
Yes, so you would still do extra damage to him as long as that is there. So,
Yeah, so does everyone get extra damage, or is it just me?
No, it's only you.
Oh.
It only gives you extra damage, yes. Just like
Otherwise, that would be one of the most
only
OP
the
spells
Warlock
in the
extra
entire
damage.
game.
I don't know if it would be OP. I really think that it should, but
No. Well,
um,
there are other things that give you bonus damage for everybody attacking that target, so that's like that's a lot to ask for a first level spell.
yeah, it's a lot to ask for a first level spell. I think maybe it should do like an extra 1d4 for anybody.
Well, I use it as a second level spell.
Well, if you could upcast it like to about third or fourth level, then yeah, all attackers might get extra damage. That sort of deal might make sense. Okay. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. That looks like enough essentially for. Okay. Everybody takes. Let's see here. So. See, Lady Emma and Tree, you both take 8 points as sort of wicked black daggers fling out of the darkness at you and slam into your shoulders for 8 points of damage apiece. I need con saves for each of you.
Oh, how nice.
Remember, there's a whole bunch of paladins here. You probably have some type of bonus to that.
Do I have a bonus?
And if you're
Assume
near
you
me
have
too.
+2 bonus from a paladin somewhere.
24.
I'm gonna use one of my lucky rerolls because that was not so good. 16 and 2, so that'd be a 20 with the +2.
Alright, so Emma, you take an additional, 16 points of poison damage as you feel your heart convulse and this extreme pain like ripple through your body. And then Dirk, you take 8 instead.
Okay.
Alright, poison daggers come flinging out of the darkness from God knows where, but you're definitely assuming it's the vampire host somewhere. Okay, then everybody else takes 8, just straight 8 points from random melee attacks from different vampires that have
Am I allowed to have
managed
this?
to sneak their way past the paladin line.
Do I
Can I
get
have
damage?
this?
I
At
was
this
just
point, the
like,
vampire host looks like a giant, frenzied mess of like vampires and paladins clawing and climbing over each other at this moment. So all the vampires and paladins are interspersed with each other. Bernhardt.
okay. So I would like to first up. I'm gonna move towards this Mr. Davenport,
Okay.
the vampire, and I'm gonna do another bonus action teleport.
Okay.
Using. Oops. God damn it. Okay, so here we have the Oh, really? I forgot to set it up again. So that's going to be DC 17 deck saves.
All right.
And here's the
All right. He makes the deck save, so I assume that's half damage.
yeah.
Okay.
Apparently this is all fucked up. Here, I'll just do that for the damage.
It always is. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. All right, and then for my attack, I'm going to do. Do we need him on the ground? Or
that would be a good plan because
I don't got 20-foot arms.
Team are melee people.
Well, I
or
think
should I just do a fuck ton of damage?
he got pushed into the ground, and then I think Mack has
Yeah,
him
then
grappled,
he
right? So
basically
isn't he
tossed, shot Mack away.
Oh,
and
okay.
got 20 feet back into the air.
Max ears are bleeding.
Oh yeah, let's take him down.
All right. Well, first up, Thorn Whip.
Okay, roll to hit AC 20.
60, so 22 that hits.
No problem. Okay.
And then I'm gonna use.
All right.
I'm gonna smite that.
You yank him down to the. You yank him down within 5 feet of the ground. We'll just say he's on the ground at this point.
I'm gonna use the 3rd level smite on that.
Right.
And that's an additional 16.
you channel divine energies into your whip as like there. It looks like a chainsaw as your whip basically rips like partway through his chest. He hisses. His face is this ugly mess of basically scarred tissue and like acid burn at this point. He seems really pissed at this point. What is your actually I need a grapple save, essentially athletics or acrobatics, whichever is better for you, Bernhard, at this point.
Okay. It's gonna be athletics.
All right. If you wish to be close, then let us be close. As he grips you tight and grapples you, basically, and grapples you in for a bite for 10 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And he seems slightly better, as if by 10 points. Okay. Krishana.
I'm gonna cast a bonfire underneath. Well, first I'm gonna run out of the church, and then I'm gonna cast bonfire on.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot to roll for damage for the teleport.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I did. I rolled 2 ones. Okay, sorry. Continue.
You did. All right. So he brings you in for a vampiric bite and sucks up some of your hit points, and then Krishana, bonfire.
Is that like a legendary reaction?
Yes, it is a legendary reaction. Well, it's one of his legendary actions. He's doing it at the end of your turn.
Okay.
So he has a grapple effectively at that he can use as part of his legendaries. Okay, so Krishana it looks like a save at this point. So he moves Brunhart and himself like 5 feet away and avoids your bonfire. Lady Emma.
I'm gonna sing to Bernhard and give him a D6 inspiration, and that'll be the end of my turn.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are the vampires affected by daylight?
Let's see here. You actually have to have the sunlight spell. The daylight spell is sort of a misnomer. It's just a very bright light spell.
Okay.
Do before. I
I'm
was
debating between using more fireballs or going with an acid arrow at our guy. What do you guys think?
Fire kills vampires. I don't know about acid.
All right,
So
let's
if you
just
could basically
go.
eliminate another one of the
Acid
vampire
trips
group,
vampires.
basically that would put you. That would basically put the paladins on a more even keel with the vampires right now, because right now they're
All right,
outnumbered
let's do
like
it.
2 to 1.
Let's cast some more fireball spells.
Just fireball.
I'm so sorry.
Just fireballs. That's all I got. That's all I got this game is just lots of fireballs.
You know what? It's the best spell in the game, so it's a good one to have. Go for it.
All right, another group of vampires in the back eats a fireball, and they seem to not be doing well, but it seems to have given the paladins a better fighting chance, and now they're only outnumbered just like by 50% rather than like 2 to 1. All right, ow.
Okay. How close is he again? Is he on the ground?
He has been pulled down to the ground for all intents and purposes. I think he's maybe like 3 feet off the ground, but we're not going to worry about that.
Okay. Is there any chance that I could like hit him with smite, but also hit him with the holy water mace?
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
It's
So
a weapon attack plus smite there.
Yeah. Okay. So I do the weapon attack first, and then
you roll a load of vial of holy water into the mace and swing into action. Go ahead and roll to hit.
All right. Let me do that for the
max. He has AC 20.
Fuck.
Damn,
okay.
that's sweaty.
All right.
You do
So
still have
I'm gonna-
D6 inspiration.
Yeah, Krishana get
I
an
do.
inspiration.
Ooh, I got a 25.
Woohoo!
Roll again. Essentially, you got 2
All right.
attacks.
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to attack.
Yes.
Is that
And the second
25?
one's
Is that a natural 20?
Should I use my
No, all of you should at least have like plus 8 or 9 to hit. So no, that is not a natural 20.
what?
We were
So
Don't
I
worry
rolled.
about it. Roll the hit for the second attack.
Okay, so I rolled an 18. Should I use my 1d6 extra?
Yes, because he has AC 20, so that you have a
Yeah.
very good chance of hitting if you use your inspiration.
All right, so let me roll a d6. Okay. And I got a 5, so that's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like 23 or 24.
24. Okay,
More
no
than
problem.
20.
Yes. Okay, so I roll for both damage and then both. So I do the mace and then I do Wrathful Smite, right?
You can smite on both attacks.
Yeah, but I was just wondering, like, how do I roll it?
Wrathful Smite is actually a spell,
Yeah.
not a.
Oh,
You can use Divine Smite, but you can't use Wrathful Smite.
I think it's a bonus action, isn't it? That she can use along with.
No, the way Wrathful Smite
and
works
then
is
so you can cast a smite spell and smite in the same round. Strangely enough, if you want to stack up burn all your spell slots in the as fast as possible, you can certainly do all this for extra damage. So
drop the fucking sun on him.
This would be the time to all the points.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. So
So first, roll your regular damage from your mace.
Okay.
If you cast a spell, you only get one melee hit, though.
What is it?
Oh, Wrathful Smite is a bonus action?
Bonus action,
all the smite spells are a bonus action.
Wow.
But they only allow you to attack once. It says, as a part of the casting the spell, you make an attack, and that uses your attack action. But if you hit, you can still stack your melee, your smite on top of it.
Yeah. You just can't take your second attack because it's a spell casting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what you could do is you could lay on your hands on yourself and heal yourself, and bonus action Wrathful Smite, and
no,
and
the bonus action casting takes your attack action.
Right. Or she's already got 2 hits. She can just dump like a second level smite on both of them.
In there that would be the maximum damage.
Right. Yeah. So put regular smites on them. Right.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do this. D8 plus 2d6 for holy water. No, it's actually 2d8. So just 3d8 for the mace by itself, plus your strength bonus, and then another d8 for another mace hit, and then what is it? 4d8 twice. So how many is that? So
3d8. That's a lot of 8s.
That's 8d8 plus the strength bonus.
8d8 plus strength bonus twice.
Okay. I'm gonna roll the d8s. Let me go look for my. Oh my god, that was so many dice on the screen. What the fuck? I'm sorry.
This is why we play D&D.
Gotta love the rolling.
Okay. I gotta find my strength bonus. 1 sec. I'm sorry.
Rolling. Keep those doggies.
My strength bonus is +4, so that'd be +8, so that's 48 damage.
Woohoo!
Right. The Elder Davenport, basically, you completely destroy, like, his midsection. You can see spine and guts as your holy mace basically tears through his center section. Essentially, he sort of spins around extremely awkwardly as his bottom half twists 90 degrees at the wrong angle. It's like, why are you still alive? It's like,
well,
he's not. He's unalive.
Look a little better. This is actually a look for you, bud. Sorry.
All right. So, wisdom save as as his eyes glow with infernal might. As as you begin to question, is this guy killable at all?
Okay, so I make a wisdom save.
Yes, make a wisdom save.
All right.
He's going to use one of his legendary actions to try to cause you to run away.
19.
19.
No,
you stand there and go, no. All right, Zumlar.
ADHD does not care.
How far is he from me when I'm on the roof?
So he's maybe about 20 feet below you at the moment. So
you jump on him, will he take falling damage?
I'm going to launch myself off the roof. I'm going to take my sword and I'm going to try to plunge it into his chest.
Yeah, roll in.
And while using a smite. Serious smite, to be exact.
Yes.
Second level.
Yes. Rolled it.
So I'm going to do that twice. Or I want to jump off the roof once and then attack him again.
You jump off the roof, hit him, run back around, get back on the roof, jump off the roof again.
No, I'm going to Misty Step so I don't have to run around. So let's see. So that's a 20 and a 26.
Okay, you hit twice. Go ahead and give me your damage. You leap upon him and cleave into his shoulder mightily, and then what do we got?
I'll tell you what we don't got. Shoulders on this vampire.
I mean, his shoulders must be gone by now. It's a D8. So that's a 14 for the first strike. 15 for the second.
All right. Like a whole arm flies off. Some fingertips fly off from the other. Your backslash is like. Benedict does not look super happy at the moment.
Bernard.
And I'm going to flip him off.
It's a guy with a B. Davenport guy, yeah.
Davenport guy, yes.
I'm going to flip him off. I'm going to do like, the little peace sign, like, kind of do the tongue thing. Try to taunt him.
I'm thoroughly encouraging the use of blowing raspberries at people.
All right. His partially defingered hand, basically his thumb and his like ring finger and pinky to like dig into your throat as he clutches you tight and tries to crush the life out of you. Con save DC 16.
Unnatural 20.
All right. You take 12 points of necrotic damage. All right, let's see here, and then Mack.
I don't want this fucker getting away again, so bonus action, summon my Echo, and I'm gonna try and what's the difference between grapple and restrain? Restrain means he can't move, right?
Yes.
Both cases you cannot move. Restrain means you can't take actions until you free yourself.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you rule this, DM. Because my Echo just gives me another attack, but I don't know if you're gonna let it, like, if I can have both myself and my Echo grapple, that'd be like twice as effective.
Yeah, but I'm saying your Echo already got destroyed. You need to spend an action to summon it at this point. So
bonus
that would be
action.
a whole round. Yeah.
It's a bonus action to summon it again, not an action.
Okay.
So I could summon it and then make attacks.
Okay.
Hang on, where is it? Where is it? Yeah, I can manifest my Echo an unlimited number of times. I can only make a certain number of attacks per long rest. So and I just want to like grapple and restrain this guy because I know I can't really do damage to him, but I know I can at least stop him from getting away.
Okay. Roll the grapple twice.
Well, that's a miss. And 21 to grapple.
All right.
I got an 11 and a 21. I really don't think the 11 will make a difference.
All right. So he rolled bad, so he got a 12. So yeah, you managed to grapple him again, essentially. You have a messy grapple on like a corpse that has large pieces of it, chunks of it missing, and it's very slimy.
I'm not afraid to use my mouth.
Okay. Then Dirk.
Dirk is going to go ahead and use the rapier twice. So that is a 16 to hit that wall. Missed the first time. Crit.
Okay.
So,
Give me damage.
okay. So that's going to be 2d8, 4d8 plus. Oh wait, I can do this. Shit. Okay, so that's 15. Let me 15, 6 is 21 minus 4, 17. Okay, and then I'm assuming because he's grappled that I can also get sneak attack on him.
Yes, you can get a sneak attack normally either way because multiple people are engaging in combat.
So that's another 2, so that's 19 points of damage. And then
Do you have Bardic Inspiration you can give yourself?
Not yet. That's a later feature, I believe.
Well, I have Bardic Inspiration at level 6.
Yeah, but I'm saying bardic inspiration cannot normally be applied to the bard.
Yeah,
themselves.
it's guidance that you can give to yourself, and that I don't have. So
Oh.
that's
I think at later levels you can actually apply bardic inspiration to yourself, but it's a class feature you get later.
okay.
Yeah.
You
So
guys have multiple bards, so you could just trade inspiration with you could.
It's
yeah,
true.
well, we're both
But I'm saying
half
it's like
cast.
if it's
Yeah.
spreading it around the party, which is always the good choice normally.
So that's 19
Yeah.
damage, and then my last bardic inspiration is going to go to Mack because he's grappling.
Okay, so you caused a total of. Did you double your sneak attack damage?
Oh, I did. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, let me try that.
That's
again.
what makes rogues deadly, is the ability to double that.
I have never critted on a sneak attack again. Okay, so that's another 5 and 19. That's 24.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Bernard Davenport his form begins to become hazy and misty. It's as if he is turning into a gaseous form.
Quick, fire him.
Is gaseous form immune to?
Well, Bernhardt's up next.
It's,
You've got
it's
some
definitely
fire, right?
completely immune to physical attacks, but whether or not it's immune to like magical attacks like fire or cold or lightning, whatever.
Yeah.
Hard
I'm
to
just
say.
wondering. I'm just wondering if I should use Earthbind on it.
Earthbind's
Can you
probably not
trap
going to work
a
since that's
font
an
with
actual
dirt?
physical
I don't think so.
spell.
Okay, I couldn't hear what Lawrence said.
I'm saying Earthbind is probably not going to work because it's an actual physical spell. So it's
Okay.
like it creates a hand of earth that actually grabs something out of the air. In this case, there's not going to be anything to grab onto.
It says yellow stripes of magical energy.
Ah, okay. Why not? We'll give it a go. Do you want to use Earthbind?
Sure. It's a second level spell.
Okay.
It'll.
So, all right. Well, unfortunately, it resists. So,
Wait, I haven't cast it yet. How did he?
well, I'm saying he's like his. I rolled a
Oh.
15 on the die, so it's like
Okay.
he will have resisted with that.
But he has it's a DC 24 strength save.
Okay. Let's see here. So it's a grapple check.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he fails it by 1 then. So strange enough, you do grab him. So, all right, by ribbons of earth energy grab the gashi form and bind it to the ground.
Okay. So I'm going to back off a little bit, so that I'm gonna be out of his range of attack.
Okay.
And for, sorry. Wow, this is awful. I hate how many different pages there are.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bonus action Fire Seed on him. Does that hit?
Oh wait, is that 2 spells?
No, one of his is class ability.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
It's kind of like a familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a fire elemental. And then did it hit? Did I lose you guys?
No, you're here.
No, you're fine.
Here.
Does a 15 hit?
Okay. All right. So Earthbind uses the normal save mechanism essentially. So it's just your normal save DC. So he does manage to slip your spell. So
Oh, okay.
all right. So all right. The ribbons of yellow energy don't manage to bind the as the gaseous form of the Elder Davenport slowly begins to float away because it's not super fast. All right. The paladins, you hear a great shout from the paladins as they seem to be having some success with the vampires at this point, as they've greatly reduced their numbers this round, and there's no longer any of them slipping through. And then, let's see, the Brunhart, Krishana.
Do I think I could try and get him with bonfire?
In midair, probably not, since it's a ground spell.
I am going to try and cast Bane on him. 16 something.
Okay, well, you're still a warlock. You could just eldritch blast the thing.
I was under the impression he had to die from fire specifically or holy water.
You're not quite sure what is required to take down a vampire lord. It's like none of you are familiar with that lore. You can always roll a knowledge, some sort of knowledge check to figure that out, either religion or arcana. But as far as you know from regular vampires, this guy should already be dead. He's like, you already had applied fire and holy damage to him already. He should have just perished at this point.
Should I? I guess I should have attacked. Fuck.
Oh yeah, do your fire seed. Did I save against your fire seed or not? I can't remember.
I think you got a 15 on the attack, didn't you?
Yeah, 15 on the die, or 15 on the attack after.
15 on the attack and
DC
it
20.
uses your spell attack bonus, right? So it hit. So that's
Yeah.
fine.
It hit. There's the damage then.
There's the damage. Okay. The form begins to waver and begin to discorporate, but it's still there.
Okay. Fuck. I really should have used my attack. Alright. I guess that's all I can do.
Okay. Krishana?
If he leaves within 15 feet of me, I get another attack, so let me know.
He does. Go ahead.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
he does?
attack of opportunity from Mack
Okay.
too, right?
Well, I keep on forgetting. Technically, he's automatically uses the disengage action, so nobody
Oh.
gets melee attacks on it.
Okay.
Attacks of opportunity on him. So
I think my thing ignores that. I can look. I can.
So where
No,
is he
that
now?
might be Sentinel. That might be Sentinel I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's Sentinel you're thinking of.
okay, Krishana, what do you do?
All right, not knowing anything better to do, I'm going to Eldritch Blast it twice. I missed
Okay.
once. I hit with a 25 for 6 damage.
All right. The being begins to discorporate even a little bit more than before, essentially, as the mist begins to spread out even a little bit further, as if you're doing something, but you're not quite sure what. Emma.
Fireball! Fireball! Fireball!
All right.
Fireball.
More fire.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
technically, you're
okay.
out of third level spells at this point because I think you only get 3 at the certain your current level.
No, first of all, I used 2 4th level spells and
I
and
see.
1 3rd
Okay.
level spell.
Oh, you're put bigger fireballs out earlier. Okay, fair enough. All right, so you throw a third level fireball out there. At that point, the mist completely discorporates. There is no trace of the Elder Davenport at all. The vampires, the remaining vampires, go running for the hills, fleeing away from the divine energies of the paladins, as their holy symbols glow brightly like constellation of stars around you guys.
Like a diamond.
There's a great shout from the paladin hosts all the way around you guys, cheering you guys on. Huzzah!
Amazing.
Zumlar will rush over
We
to
did it!
Owl and make sure she's okay. As a kind of like a father, making sure his daughter's okay.
Love that. I love that
Also,
dynamic.
About that period of time, the church collapses behind you.
Oh!
Ouch.
Oh, well.
There's a forlorn-looking old priest and his young acolyte and the altar boy all looking at their burning church at the moment. It's like does anybody go and like pat them on the shoulder and comfort them, or do you just silently like vamoose out stage?
Can
I'm
Owl,
just sort of goes over.
Can Owl offer them the like painting of the dogs playing cards that she stole a few sessions ago?
Ask for the painting of dogs playing poker from Dirk, and so I don't know if this will be any of consolation for you, but I thought you should have this.
Outstanding.
Mack would be willing to try and help, like, get through the rubble and like help rebuild the church.
Right. Battle
Zumlar
Mistress,
will do the
we don't
same.
have time for that. It's like if I know anything about Elder Undead, we've not seen the last of the Elder Davenport.
So what time is it? Like 10 o'clock at night now? I mean,
10 o'clock in the evening.
yeah, exactly. 10 p.m.
Everybody's covered with soot and ash and frost, and like and various bite and slash marks. The paladin host is diminished maybe about by quarter at this point. So out of the 24 paladins you had with you, you're looking at like there's only 20 of them left. The rest, the 3 corpses are currently being wrapped up in holy cloths and consecrated, so they won't return back as undead at this point to be brought back to the temple for resurrection.
All in all, that was really pretty good. We didn't lose that much, except for a building we can come back and build later.
Can we ask for? How's everybody's hit points?
I'm a little hurt. The wall of meat is requesting some help.
Also,
Yeah,
sorry-
Emma could use some help too.
Can the paladins help us with that?
Emma
The paladins
would be willing
apply
to
15 points of
offer-
healing. Apply 15 points to healing to everybody.
Yay.
We're otherwise spent on our magical energies at this point. We must find some place to recoup and pray. And unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get that opportunity this evening. So let's.
Quick question.
Okay.
I was just gonna ask. Oh, sorry. I wanted to ask about the modifier. Did last session it get changed at all from like the -10?
Yes.
So as far as your maximum hit point damage, you're back up to full.
Okay, sweet. I'm gonna.
Even at full for a little while.
Apparently,
now.
you spend some like a week over in the Feywilds.
Sweet. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and we had a
just
couple of
wanted
long rests. So after the 15 points, is anybody else still down that needs some attention?
I'm at 36 out of 56.
I'm at 45 out of 89. So
I'm 76 to 96, but I have lay on hands. But I'm going to let's see. I'm going to use most of that for owl.
wait. You have
Oh,
96.
Owl said she didn't really get hurt during the entire battle. She's like 1 hit point down.
You have 96 hit points,
Yeah,
No, I
it's
have. I have
and you're a
68.
paladin.
Yeah,
How in the fuck is that possible when I'm a barbarian and I have less than that?
I think I have. Yeah, how the hell I have that? Hold on, let me see that.
Well, paladins usually have really good cons, so.
Probably
In
do
any
that.
event, who can do some healing
Yeah.
on Burnhart and Mack, because they're both down about 20.
I mean, I
Oh,
could use-
'Cause I have,
you know what?
Constitution's 15. That's probably why.
My constitution is
I-
18.
What about a short rest?
Another time, you guys. Pull out your cons and measure it later.
Okay, I can do a
Okay.
healing hands if anybody needs that.
What level spell is
Wait,
that?
we're level 8, correct?
It's not, in fact, a spell.
Yes,
Actually,
Well, let me-
we're level 8.
I mean, I have lay on hands pool, and I have 40 points. So maybe like I can do Bernhard. I can give you 20. Would that work?
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, perfect.
okay, I can give Mac an extra 8.
Oh, well, thank you, Lady Emma.
And then I have like 20 more points. I mean,
Why don't you?
should I say?
Read in chat, everybody. So Krishana also uses some of her cure wounds essentially on
Thanks,
people.
Krishana.
Thank you. Sorry.
Totally forgot. I have that spell. I have Cure Wounds. It's 1d8 plus 6 for me.
It's not a great,
Yeah.
Save a few spell slots, guys.
You can pick people up.
The night isn't over yet.
Exactly.
Right. The battle mistress points out. Well, there's another church. Maybe about. Well, the countryside is lousy with these churches, but another 2 miles to the east of us. Essentially, that'll hit us a little closer to London.
We're gonna
Let's
go,
retire to this new church.
gonna go
We'll
break
take
that one down
we'll
too.
take the priest and his 2 young priests with us.
Okay.
Are we able to help the lady?
Dirk, so the medium healing is 2d8 plus 4. Is that right? Okay. Oh, wow. 2d8 is 8 plus 4, 16 plus 4. Okay, yeah, 20 healing points, Lady Emma. Does that help?
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Is anyone lacking now?
I am down by 19, but I got 70 total, so I think I'll be all right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Emma has the least amount of hit points
You're a small, squishy little
as
thing,
a
aren't you?
wizard.
Alright,
Apparently, yeah.
I'll give you
Very old, but very squishy.
a cure wounds, first level. Here we go.
the paladins are patching you guys up and themselves up.
Yep, 14 back.
Oh, nice.
One of the lieutenants from the Sisters of Battle reports back. It's like, the horses are all dead on the carriages, essentially. Unless we plan on towing them ourselves, we're walking from here.
Let's pick up our stuff and get over to that church while they're regrouping.
2 miles is not that far on foot.
Yeah, that's not bad, and because I don't think we've seen the last of them, and I'd rather have them come find us in another church than on the road.
Yeah. Although, do you guys remember that scene from A Girl Worth Fighting For in Mulan? It gives that energy, just like the like trampling along.
Alright, I need okay, full team perception checks, DC 18 to spot vampire spies along the route.
Is this something I could use my smell and hearing for?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right,
I got it.
perception.
21.
22.
I smell them vampires.
And
10.
who still has that bardic inspiration?
I do, but I passed the
Okay, cool.
18 AC
Okay.
DC, so
Alright, as various among you in your group peer out into the surrounding hills, as you progress along, sort of a light mist seems to be dusting the moors around here. The sort of verdant green hills of the surrounding territory take on a sinister air as trees that were once inviting and green during the day appear to be like scraggly tree monsters during the evening as weird shadows are cast from the moon. And peering out among from the leaves and the underbrush, you can see, is that a feral dog? Is that a wolf? There's
Puppy!
wolves around here.
I have a name.
but
Thank you very much.
You see,
Mama!
hanging out in the bushes like a pack of maybe a dozen wolves, all staring at you intently with their eyes sort of glowing back from the limited torchlight from the most of the human paladins who are carrying lanterns or torches at the moment, basically, as they march through the dark.
Mac, do you know what they're thinking?
I don't know. Can someone speak to animals?
I was just making the joke that dogs know what each other are saying and
I think
thinking.
Dirk's
That's
going
all.
to send some dancing lights over to them to sort of dance around and see if I can discombobulate them a little bit.
The wolves sort of once revealed by the light, like pull back their dewlaps, revealing their teeth, and make low guttural growling noises, and then start beginning to circle your team around, essentially as you have the lights follow along with them until they go out of range. But you doubt that's going to be the last you're going to see of these wolves.
Mac will try to very distinctly keep their scent and pick up on it.
Okay.
Good idea. Okay, so like we have some flying creatures. Al, do you want to get Whisper to do some recon for us right now?
Actually, that's a good idea. Whisper, you feeling? And then she like looks to Whisper. Just you feeling up for looking around, bud?
It's always Whispers one response. It's just like the fact that you understand it and nobody else does is disturbing to everybody else. Just good
boy. Thank you.
All right, so Whisper, your weird mandibuled deep crow with way too many eyes.
You mean my baby, my child?
So Al, do you have some artwork that you can drop into chat for Lady Emma and Burnhart to see what Whisper looks like? Because he's truly disturbing.
Oh yeah, I did. I need to update because I'm not super proud of this one, but I'll drop it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
If y'all judge me, I'm gonna be real mad. I'm gonna be big mad.
So Whisper was a raven, and then he ate a mouse that had some sort of a spell on it, and he got affected by it.
Ate dongle.
Oh no.
He ate Dongle. One sec. There's Discord again. It took me like don't judge it too hard. Where did it go?
That's
There it
cool.
is.
Well, I
Alright,
don't know
perfect.
what you're talking about. That is very, very cool. Second of all, that's horrifying.
I
What?
love him. He's a baby.
Oh, let's
I
continue
love
going.
him
He's a good
too.
boy. As the rest of you are going, that is a freakish monstrosity. I don't know why you people carry that thing.
Hey,
I
my
kind of
fire.
like it. I'm kind of into it.
I feel like she has to like cover his ears, like don't listen to them.
So
You are perfection.
my firebird or phoenix or whatever consumes one of my wild shape forms. Can I speak with it? I don't really
Sure, why the
understand.
heck not? All right.
I'll send that out to Recon as well.
All right. You
Lady
send your
Emma kind of
Firebird
wants a
out to go
familiar. Can
recon
she cast a ritual for that?
there's okay, so you send out some various pets and familiars to go out and recon at this point. I need let's see here. Roll me a d20 plus your we'll use your stealth bonus, I guess. So
Stealth. Okay, that might not be the best one. Okay.
to make it simple so we don't have to come up with stats for these things.
Oh, forgot. It is. I do have a pretty decent stealth. 14.
14. All right. And then Brunhart, how about the Firebird?
Okay, it just gets a +2. It does have a stat block here, but you said just use mine. Stuff. It's not wearing heavy armor like I am.
Okay, fair enough. All right. It does glow in the dark, however, so it's like
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
it screeches off into the distance. You're going,
Yeah.
there's something
great.
horrific and dark and Batwing that basically like nabs the Firebird out of the air and eats it.
Oh no.
It's like as Brunhart goes, maybe a glowing board of fire is not the best thing to skip with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
The,
cry if Whisper dies. Please don't kill her.
No, Whisper does not get eaten. So
Yes!
Whisper scoots out, it's like, and eventually returns. There's a pack of wolves, a large pack of wolves, easily 20 strong, that is dogging your tracks at this point. They're just over the hills that way.
Question: When we
thank you.
when we got a look at the wolves, were they undead by any means, or were they just wolves?
The battle mistress whispers under her breath. Elder vampires can summon wolves and other wild creatures to their aid. Bats and wolves are not an uncommon sight among those basically of the greater undead. I'm guessing they're under his thrall and are following us at this point to report our location. We would be well advised to figure out a way of losing them.
If they're under a thrall, would dispel magic work on them?
No, they're summoned creatures. Dispel
Okay.
magic is not going to work.
Okay.
I could mask our trail as I once did before.
Well,
Then,
there's
by all
all of
means,
us and there's 20 paladins, right? I mean,
by all
Well,
means, do what you can.
Pass Without Trace is a druid spell.
Yeah, but it's a 30-foot radius. It's like more than enough to cover your whole
okay.
people, I believe. So, okay, so go ahead and cross off second level spell for Pass Without Trace as
Did it pop off or not?
Yeah, it went off just fine.
No, I mean in the chat. Doesn't look like it.
I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
I mean, it's not
just make sure
thing
to
with.
cross off the spell slot.
It's not something that has die rolls, so I don't know why Avery would link it.
Okay. That's
all
probably
right.
why.
So Pass Without Trace, no problem. Your scent and trail is masked as you sort of fade off into the moors. The Whisper reports the wolves seem to have lost our trail.
No, thank you, Whisper. It seems like and she just translates for him.
All right. All right. In the horrific, screechy language of Whisper, it reports back to Al. It's maybe 30, 40 minutes later, but when you arrive at the next church, there's this fiery red-headed priest, like middle-aged red-headed priest wearing a cassock's robe. It's like, you lot can get stuffed. You know what happens when paladins seek shelter at country churches? Bad stuff. You stay on out there and camp. That's as sacred ground as you're gonna need. I still want four walls and an altar in the morning.
Is
Well,
it,
that just.
is it going to be
I mean-
sacred grounds out there?
Like
I mean,
the battle mistress sort of looks around and is like, well, technically, I guess, but it's like, it's not gonna shield us from vampires.
Then I think we need to tell him that we need it in the church, right?
I'm loath to override force my way into a church. It seems sacrilegious.
Why don't we offer him some gold to do any repairs that might come about? Because
Yeah,
he
make a
gives us
donation.
sanctuary. Let's make a donation to the church in advance for anything that might happen.
Does anybody have the spell consecrate?
Well, I'm saying this is consecrated ground. It is technically consecrated ground. It's like you normally need walls in order to keep the vampires out there.
We just, want a roof over our heads.
So because you can't. I don't think you have to invite them into the campground, right? The building.
You have to have a building or a structure for the invite clause of vampires to apply.
They can just wander up to the fire bowl. So let's offer the priest some gold as an advance donation for any damages that might happen, and stress that we are in dire need, and that it will, and that he needs our protection.
And set up some defenses so this time they can't sneak up on us.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, the fire redhead priest looks you all up and down. It's like, and ponders it deeply. It's like, all right, how much gold are you offering to the till? Not that I need it, but my congregation certainly could. We're a poor congregation.
Why don't we offer 300 gold?
I'll gladly throw in at least 20 of my own.
Because that should be enough to rebuild the church if necessary, right?
Well, rebuilding a full church is probably around 5 to 10 grand, so a full building is like quite more expensive than 300 gold. But
we're not going to probably leave it in rubble, but that'll take care of any minor damage.
Any
and if
minor damage
more,
if there.
Yeah, if there's more than that, we can check it again. Yeah.
Right.
And
Well, the Lord does work in mysterious ways. I'll allow you to stay the night, but not one
That's
moment
all we
more than
need.
that. As soon as dawn comes, you should be gone.
We just need till dawn, and you need our protection because there are evil things afoot this night.
and they're really
I'll
gross
lay
looking
around
too.
basically the dangerous end of a cudgel. I can defend myself. The Lord is with me. the Victoria, the head paladin, is just sort of like, don't feel good about this, but fine. It's like, all right, go ahead and pay the man, and we'll take show. A lot of you go in. You lot set up whatever defenses you can, as he points to like 10 paladins. All right, it sort of has almost exactly the same layout as the last church. It only has it has no windows. It technically only has a door in the front and a bell tower. So
Can Owl crawl in the bell tower again?
Well,
yes, you crawl up into the bell tower again.
Yay.
There's
I
a
better
nasty,
hear some hoots up there.
There's a nasty big ass spider in here that Whisper promptly eats.
It's just making like a nice crunch sound with all the
Crunchy noises
exoskeletons.
as Al is trying to pick spider webs out of her clothing and her hair because the spider webs are just like everywhere.
Al, don't forget to look in both directions, okay, sweetie?
Both directions. Got it.
Should some paladins and some of us stay outside and keep watch and take shifts?
Right? Is there anything prep stuff people would like to do? So are you just going to station people on the outside as pickets and sentries?
Mack would like to climb up on the roof.
Okay.
Have Wisp and the other familiars do patrol the area.
Can Dirk fit up in the tower with Al?
Yes. It's very
Dirk,
tight, but yes.
okay, Dirk will go up there, and so he's got dancing lights at 120 feet, and he's just gonna send him dancing around different places.
Ooh, I should also would it be a good or bad idea to have the light cantrip going right now?
On yourself? No. That's basically painting yourself as a target.
No, I know, but just okay, yeah.
Not
So
on
this-
Mac's nose right now, but yeah.
Wait, what?
Krishana has booped his nose twice with the light cantrip.
there's
Like Rudolph.
there's some trauma there.
And Zumlar's going to have the cast detect evil and good every now and then
Oh yeah,
at intervals.
that's a thing, isn't it?
That only lasts like 10 minutes, though.
Yeah, he'll do it as a ping every so often.
So if you had like some coins or some rocks or something, Al, you could cast light on those and throw them down into the yard from the tower, right?
Oh, a bunch of random crap.
Yeah,
Like a
just
flare,
throw.
essentially.
Yeah, essentially, because it's a cantrip. Why not?
Let's see. Whoever's on lookout, I need perception or investigation. Well, actually, I guess just perception rolls in this case.
And I take it, my smell does not function in this scenario.
No, in this case, it's not going to be part of it because they'll be too far away to smell.
Yeah, exactly. 10.
Dirk rolled a 12.
God.
So with
How long
detection
is
of evil and good, do I get a ping back?
Well, let's see. If you're using Paladin Divine Sense, no, you do not get any ping back. Essentially, you could just roll a d20 to see if you are randomly using it at the right time to basically pick up undead.
Ooh, nat 20.
Okay. So you're on patrol with some of the paladins, patrolling the grounds. You sweep towards the front, and you get a fate hit of basically like one undead, like way at the edge of your detection range, the full 60 feet out into the moors, away from the wall. All you can see out there are sheep at the moment.
So I'll let the paladins know that are with me that I got a ping from my detect detect evil and good.
Okay, so you've used up all of your divine sense basically uses for the day at this point. It's like you've maybe got about 2 hours before dawn. Let's see here. So it's Al, Dirk, and Zumlar that are out with the paladins at this point.
No, Al and Dirk are in the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, Al and Dirk are in the tower. Then Zumlar's
And
out with
Owl's
the paladins.
Owl's throwing some hard tack with light on it.
And Mack is on
Okay.
the roof, and Zumlar is
Mack
out
is
with
on
the
the roof.
paladins.
Okay.
And then are the rest of you guys inside with the priest, or?
Lady M is gonna come around and cast some protection from evil and good spells.
One of those points you're gonna have to do that just before combat. It's not gonna. It lasts only a minute, unfortunately. So.
Fair enough.
All right. All right. Do you got whatever it is? Basically, left the radius of your divine sense at this point. So it's no longer within your sensing range.
I'm going to just try to start stalking towards it. I'm going to bring at least one or two other paladins with me, and then I'm going to have the other one run back to the church.
Okay.
And let them know that I found. For what I'm doing.
All right. Let's see here.
I think Dirk is going to be using his telepathy from the tower to any of the paladins or anybody who can see outside to check in and see if anybody sees
You're
anything.
checking in with each of the paladins. Zumlar reports in, "Hey, I got a ping with for undead 60 feet out, directly front of the church. I can head out and check." So
I'm gonna keep an eye on Zumlar from the roof, assuming I can, like, see him.
I'm saying outside. He's pretty much outside of dark vision range.
Does he
almost
not
immediately.
glow?
Say again.
Does he not glow?
I don't know. Are you using some weapon that allows some ability that is causing you to glow at the moment?
Didn't we just say it would be a bad idea?
The other thing is, Zumlar is also like a veteran soldier. He's going, I do not want to glow and give myself away while I'm trying to scout something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah. Maybe Whisper could check for him.
I'm down with sending Whisper.
Ah!
All right, so Whisper zooms out into the night. There's a. Let's see how Whisper is doing. Okay, so Whisper doesn't happen to see it offhand. All right, so Zumlar, you sprout an arrow in your neck for 35 points of damage.
Holy crap!
Ooh,
Whoa.
30.
35.
Oof.
Oh.
They pass the 23 for the hit.
Yes, because they have advantage in the middle of the dark. Because they have superior dark vision and you guys don't as vampires. So you are dealing with another member of the Davenport family at this point. So
Even as an elf?
say again?
Even as an elf, they have over me?
Well, no, I'm saying they have 120-foot dark vision. The maximum any of you could have is 100, is like 60 foot. So
Some
of you might be have better, but just like I don't think any of them are on watch at the moment.
a warlock with devil sight might.
Yeah, but that's like the only case.
Yeah, and I think Twilight clerics and warlocks with devil sight are the only people with 100, and Drow and Durgar have.
Nobody's gonna beat, a vampire because they're like evil creatures of the night. So
Yes.
Are any
All right,
of our
so
warlocks?
Zumlar, I'm assuming you hit the ground immediately, basically, so you don't take another arrow to the neck.
Yeah, and raise my shield.
Yeah. You begin to, like, army crawl back towards your own lines at this point, because staying out here in the open sounds like an incredibly bad idea at the moment.
Well, I brought two other paladins.
So a paladin next to you basically immediately catches an arrow to the eye, like a few seconds later, and perishes. As you basically,
I'll drag them back.
Basically are choking and trying to motion for the other paladin to get down.
Is Owl able to see any of this?
No, because essentially they're technically beyond the range of your dark vision at this point.
Oh, okay.
And Whisper didn't catch it because his perception
Thanks.
wasn't it.
Perception was low. About that period of time, though, Whisper does see Zumlar go down. One of the paladins next to him go down. It's like Whisper zooms back and reports a moment later. It's like, Zumlar, the paladin has been in ambush. We need to send some people out to get him. There's a sniper.
Yeah, I want. Is it okay? Can Owl just start making her way down to try to help him across lines?
Okay. So you're gonna have to do something to keep the sniper from being able to shoot you before you get as you go up to grab him. So
I think I have a shield.
Okay.
Let me check my inventory. Sorry.
So I do
I have
have
a shield +2.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I do have a first level spell that is detect evil and good. So I'm gonna burn a first level spell.
All right. So you it is beyond your detection range. So whoever's shooting at you is definitely shooting at you with a longbow.
Okay.
So yeah, Owl's just bolting over, shield in front of her, trying to get to Zumlar to bring him back
You
across
still
lines.
have the daylight spell at this point. You could basically you could try to dazzle them with the daylight spell and then use that moment to grab your people and pull them back.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
Zumlar will try to talk through a whisper and have her try to tell her, coax her into using the daylight spell.
Oh yeah, already
All right.
used. Now.
All right, so Al, you rush out there, throw up a daylight, like casting everything in brilliant
Flashbang!
brilliant light. There's the and you grab Zumlar and start pulling him back as quickly as you can. Athletics check.
Okay, one sec. Skills. Don't screw me over. 20! Dirty 20.
Nice.
30. Okay, no problem. All right, you an arrow whizzes by your head, missing you by mere millimeters as it parts your hair.
She goes, oh!
As you grab Zumlar and pull him back as fast as you can, the other paladin is like crouched low and trying to run back with you.
I'm actually, I use lay on hands on myself.
Okay.
So I'm dragging back the fallen paladin.
All right. Roll a con save.
I say, whoa. You see that pillar of light? And I start moving towards it.
18.
Everybody can clearly see Owl and Zumlar and the remaining paladin basically trying to make their way back. You've realized you're poisoned in some way, basically, and you only heal half the amount essentially you try to put in.
But the spell does heal the poison. Right?
Well, no, you have to use up 5 points of your lay on hands to heal, and then I'm saying, so do you want to try to do that?
Yeah, so I had 35 left. I dumped the entire thing.
Okay, but I'm saying before you realize that essentially you've used your lay on hands and only heal half as much. So, and you realize after doing that essentially that there's something coursing through your system that was preventing healing from working.
So is that like a lesser restoration thing?
Probably lesser restoration or another lay on hands, essentially to get rid of poison specifically.
I think I have like 1 second level spot left, and I could use lesser restoration. Or wait, do I have like a
Probably not
first level?
time to do it because you are still in range of the sniper. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. All right. So
I think I could cast a lesser
right,
restoration spell.
You drag Zumlar back. The remaining paladin, you notice, basically suddenly sprouts an arrow directly from the base of his skull and collapses forward.
Poor guy. Oh, now I feel bad.
As you drag Zumlar back behind the wall, at this point, this is where we're going to end for this evening, as you're peering out into the night, trying to discern basically where this basically supernaturally good sniper is, who you're guessing is another one of the Davenports.
Yeah, Zumlar will be yelling at the paladin, someone get eyes on that freaking sniper.
Like the midst of the battles, like everybody get inside right now. It's like
I'm trying.
No, I'm saying everybody. You pull everybody back into the church. It's like if it's an expert longbowman, he'll be far beyond the reach of our spells for the most part. So
yeah,
we're gonna have to do something basically to break his line of sight and try to get after him or detect him. So let's plan quickly, and then that's what we're gonna pick up next week.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Oh.
It is 9 o'clock. It's time to. It is the
It's
time for
12
the end of the session.
o'clock.
It's midnight here.
It's the witching hour.
Yeah.
It is the witching hour.
Yes, there's vampires out there. I see them on the street. They're closing in on the house. Thanks,
Okay.
you guys. That was so much
One last
fun.
thing, everybody. Assume you have a short rest at this point in this particular church. So for those people that have arcane recovery or natural recovery, go ahead and recover spell slots. So Emma, that would mean you can recover up to a 4th level spell slot, I believe. And is anybody else a paladin?
I think I have one that can recover up to 2nd level spell slots.
Do I get at least 4 hours of rest?
Wildfire druids are not considered druids of the land, so.
And the Dirk will get back his bardic inspirations too. He gets those on a short rest now.
So I don't think wildfire druids get natural recovery. So.
Yeah, it's
Does
one of my channel divinities.
Zumlar get at least 4 hours he's able to rest?
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't get 4 hours. You get a short rest.
It's 2 hours until dawn, so we're not going to get 4 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can sleep tomorrow.
Because Zumlar could take a long rest in 4 hours.
Yes, that's correct.
But
Well, technically, elves still take 8 hours to take a long rest. You can just do this. You can choose to take only 4 hours of it as sleeping.
Right. But
And
we
then the
know
rest
that
of
they're
it
going to
has
try.
be up and around, while everybody else has to use like minimally like 6 or 7 hours of that in actual sleeping.
And they're going to be trying to come for us to finish us off in the next 2 hours. Otherwise, they have to wait until it gets dark again. So we know they're coming for us.
Yes. Okay, so we'll pick it up here next week, and thank you,
Fun.
everybody.
Nice to see you back, Lady Emma and Bernhardt.
Excited to be back.
Yeah, it's so awesome. All right, have a great week. See you guys next Monday.
See you next
Have a
Monday,
good night.
y'all.
You guys next week.
See you.
See y'all.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.